Oh, you using the same mic?
I'm gonna just do the intro for you. And
well, let's get Motown here then.
Yeah. You rolling? All right. Hey guys, it's Adam with Living Podcariously and the Twisted Tin podcast from Dichotomy Media. Joining us tonight and opening the show for us tonight for this episode of Living Podcariously, Mr. Jake Salter of, with, and in the band Tru Phonic. See, I tied them all in there.
Yeah, talent.
So he's going to perform a song for us. Also, check out on the episode, on this podcast, you'll hear the actual studio version of one of his new singles. We highly encourage you guys to go check it out. Buy it for $1, buy it for $10 if you want. But hook him up and enjoy.
Listen for free up to 3 times.
Or listen to it for free.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? This is Jake Salter. Make sure you check out Tru Phonic on Facebook. Thanks to Living Podcariously for having me. This song is called Crying Shame. I always wanted to write a blues standard, and it's about my loving relationship with alcohol. All right, here we go.
Well, it's a crying shame, and I'm still loving you. Ain't that the truth? One of these days I'm gonna have to choose. That's why it's such a crying shame that I'm still loving you. Well, it's a crying shame. I mean, we're crying at all. Though tears may fall, I still like my alcohol. That's why it's such a crying shame that I'm even crying at all. Oh, it seems I've loved and lost another for the 10,000th time, yeah. Angry and confused. I was a fool to forget that I'll always be alone, just shamefully so crying over you. Still it's a crying shame, and I seem to be up here soon. And ain't that the truth? I know it's all probably cause of booze. That's why it's such a crying shame that I'm up here soon. And as my luck would have it, I see I've reached my limits with such a saddening point of view. I'm true to my desire. Almost in red new first impression, just shamefully so crying over you. It's a crying shame. I'm still loving you. Ain't that the truth? I know it's all probably cause of booze. That's why it's such a crying shame that I'm shamefully so crying over you.
Thank you. Thanks, y'all. I appreciate that.
You're listening to Living Podcariously bringing you real men's perspectives, unfiltered, unapologetic, and uncensored. Recorded live in the Living Podcariously studio in world-famous Cocoa Beach, Florida.
And that might have been the best intro to Living Podcariously we've had so far, Tach. Just saying. All right, I am Adam. I'm one of your regular hosts of Living Podcariously. Special thanks to Mr. Jake Salter for hooking us up with a nice performance in studio.
All right.
Our listeners heard that prior to the intro to the show as well, so it literally fell before the show even started. So good, awesome opening performance.
Thanks, man.
Nice spot. Nice
Definitely.
spot.
Wish I would have had a vocal warm-up, but I appreciate it. I just came fresh from River Rocks trying that.
Ooh, gross.
First time.
You came at River Rocks?
Yeah, I came at River Rocks.
Interesting.
Everywhere.
And they took $10 off the bill because they were like, that's impressive. We like your effort. $10 off.
So we
I
have
should go out to eat with you.
Yeah,
I love bargains.
I'm coming
so.
everywhere.
I'll do it with you. That's 20% off.
Challenge
trail home.
accepted.
So we have a full studio tonight. Let's introduce everybody that we got. Obviously, our host first.
Oh, well, my name is Tach. I'm your usual host, as always, and
That's right.
sitting across from me.
Well, I already said hi. My name was Adam.
No, you didn't.
I didn't?
Nope.
Yeah.
All right,
that
I'm
was
Adam.
The first thing you said.
Oh, okay.
All
Oh,
right.
well, at least you got that out of the way. Over there in Lady Chase.
Hi, this is Andrea Joy.
Andrea Joy. We don't have Mr. Wilson tonight.
Nope.
He's in Colorado. What? Because I said
I'm
Mr. Wilson.
really, like, from the bottom of my heart, I'm so proud of you.
I'm proud, too. I'm tired of touching
That was
your
the first
dick.
time.
And so let's go around the room. First off, we just heard the performance out of Mr. Salter.
Yes,
so
sir.
Jake Salter with, in, and of Tru Phonic.
Yes, sir. Most people know me from the popular bands of this area anyway, like Generalize. We've been on local radio stations and stuff. It's not a band anymore, but I mainly played with other people my whole life, and Tru Phonic is my breaking out as a front man and sort of all the responsibility falling on me.
Actually, recently I tried reaching out to Generalize. I don't.
Yeah, there was.
Was it you?
I mean, we
and-
can get into that.
Oh no,
later.
it was
That's
you.
a great story. Actually.
That's right. It was you with also performer on the show, Mr. Mike Burns, right?
Right. You've
Okay,
had Mike
cool.
Burns on an episode, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can get his account of the story if you did, and then
No. We didn't
the
get
guitar
into any
player's
drama.
account of
Oh,
the story. You didn't?
A little
Drama.
bit of meat behind this stuff. I don't think so. I don't think we got into any.
It represents a
stories.
bigger problem for bands that happens between.
Sure.
They never really grow up, so they fight like kids at a certain point, and then
Podcast hosts do the same thing. Let me tell you.
no, we don't.
No, we don't.
See.
What are you
Saying.
talking about?
All right. So yeah, we'll talk about Generalize a little bit later, but I especially want to talk about Tru Phonic and some of the
Yeah.
stuff you guys are producing and publishing and
I appreciate it,
making
man.
available for us.
yeah. So I kind of used all the influences from the bands I've been playing with before to finally write my own CD. I kicked my own ass to learn how to sing. And after I went to somebody, made sure that I wasn't doing it in vain, that I actually had potential as a singer anyway.
Sure.
So
Well, after what we just heard, I'd say, yeah, you've got some potential.
thanks, man. I appreciate that.
You're going to go big places, kid. See?
I'm going to buy my way into it if I can't make it for real.
Also joining us, he just hosted the Twisted 10. So if you want to go check out this episode, it was a really, really fun episode from... Tach, help me out here. Help me out
Funny
from funny
to
to informing.
informing.
Yeah,
Yes.
see, we know what's going on. John Hannan from Central Florida over in Orlando area, part of the Podcast Mafia, are you part of the PDC as well, Podcast Discovery Center?
No networks, no
We'll talk
channels.
about that.
Yeah.
It's
Nothing.
more of a group, an online group. It's not,
Oh, yeah.
not like a network. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, it's just where people go to collaborate together, podcast hosts. They've got about 1,500 podcasters.
Oh,
in
yeah.
there.
I'm all about that
It's a
then.
really cool
Yeah.
community.
Right on.
It's like Podcast Mafia, just on a larger scale, an international scale. It's really
Oh,
cool.
good. Yeah. Because I've been looking to get out of not like to get out of Orlando, but like just to see what else is out there. You know,
Sure.
other states.
PDC's pretty cool. You'd like
Nice.
it. You'd
Yeah.
like it a lot. But he's joining us tonight, fresh off the boat of hosting the Twisted 10.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on again. I'm just sitting here chilling this time.
Absolutely. And a little bit later in the show, Tach, usually, and I'm hoping I'm not stepping on your toes here, but usually...
What, you mean bringing in a guy to take my job? It's cool.
Kind of. Just a little, maybe.
It's fine. Whatever. It's whatever. you
It's
know?
because we miss your assistant.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
maybe if you bring her back.
Maybe
Assistant.
so. Maybe so. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Oh, my God.
What assistant?
You don't remember?
It hasn't been that long.
With the girl who stole all this stuff from here? What? That we were talking about?
During game time.
No.
Oh, you're a computerized assistant.
Yes.
Yes. I thought you were talking about the girlfriend that came in the house and stole shit. All right.
Stole shit.
She didn't actually
Somebody
steal
stole
anything.
stuff?
She stole Tach's heart.
No, she did not. Definitely not.
Is this like a Joaquin Phoenix and her type thing?
Yes. But
Nice.
I want to introduce Mr. Joshua Taylor. Do you go by Joshua or Josh?
Josh is fine.
Josh Taylor?
Figures.
Perfect. He's got that voice. Listen to that voice.
And the worst part is that's my actual voice. Like I don't like I go day to day. Like I work at a bank. Like I am the silky smoothest voiced bank teller you've ever worked with.
Get it?
I'm switching banks.
Do it. You won't.
I'll just go every day. Just say, oh, I don't have a deposit. I just want to say hey.
I want to talk to the silky guy.
This is the funniest thing to watch when you don't recognize the voices yet. Like,
Yeah,
at least
the
through
guests
headphones.
do that.
I
As soon as they hear a
just did
voice.
it. I'm like,
Oh, you did
who
it?
just said? Oh, it was John. I had to look around like, what? Adam wasn't talking. Josh didn't have it. John, okay.
Do you do that
Took me
when
a
I
second.
talk too?
No, I know yours pretty
Oh.
well.
Yo, Adam. Hey, my name's Jake.
Doing
man.
it. You're doing it. What did I
We
say?
got 3 J's
You call
here,
me Adam
dude.
again.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you,
No, I think he was talking to himself, weren't you?
you
Did I?
pointed at me and said Adam.
Did I really?
Yeah.
Jesus. We have 3
It's
J's.
the third time.
You know, listen.
Josh,
if you listen
Jake,
to
and
this show
John.
long enough, you know that my memory is not very good. So,
You guys can really call me whatever you want.
but anyway, we met Josh. I will get that one right. We met Josh up at Village Idiot Pub, which is a sponsor of both of our shows. He hosts a really fucking cool game of trivia up there every Wednesday night, right?
That is right. We're there every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. It's usually about a 2-hour show. So from 8 to 10, you'll get to listen to me just ask you trivia questions, play a couple songs in between. And yeah, it's just a pretty great night to be had by all.
We did that one night with you up there, and we had Alyssa, Andrea's daughter, up there with us, and she had the most fun taking the little cards that we were submitting for entries, walking them up to you, and just being involved in that whole event. She fucking loved it.
So yeah, we do. I mean, kids are great cheap labor. So whenever you bring kids, that's just a great way to kind of keep them involved because they don't really care who, they don't care who tried to kill Reagan. You know, it's, that's not really in their wheelhouse.
Alyssa's 12 and she's into trivia and questions, so she was really into it too. Had her first root beer. It was an exciting night.
She was under the table with all those sarsaparillas. It was pretty out of control.
Sarsaparilla. So was that a foreshadowing on a question up ahead? Should I know?
Not yet. In fact, I went out of my way to avoid a question I'm about to ask you to come up with something else. That was.
I'm going to look up who shot Reagan. I think I remember.
I think it was Hinckley Jr.
Oh.
I don't
So I
actually
don't
know that
have
off
to
the top of my head, but I feel like that was a trivia question once, like 5 years ago.
Yeah, right.
I'm writing that down.
So
Do it,
needless.
Cheating. I don't have anything to cheat with.
and that's why I like you.
Needless to say, Game Time Tonight will be sponsored
It's going to be outsourced.
by. Yeah, well,
figures.
I mean, how many times have I turned to you and said, "Hey, you got a game time tonight?" No, I didn't.
Yeah,
put
sorry,
one
I work
together.
72 hours a week and I didn't get a chance to. And I don't
Okay,
work from
I don't
home.
like it when mom
And I
and
don't
daddy
work
fight.
I don't work from home like you do.
All right. So we're gonna take a break in studio. However, when we come back, Jake. See, you like that? I got it right. I made sure I got it right that time.
You looked me dead in the eye with
You
purpose.
should have came with khakis on.
I want Jake from State
The
Farm. with
third room
khakis.
on the
Yes.
left, Jake.
I want to interview you a little bit about Tru Phonic, maybe find out some dates you guys are going to be performing in the area.
you. Thank you,
I've wanted
guys.
to come up and see you guys, especially out of the Pork Shakes perform out there all the time.
Yeah,
But,
just wait a little bit longer because we got a really great show with a couple other great local bands.
Sweet.
That it's happening at Florida Beer Company, and I'll tell you all more about that later.
Nice.
Oh,
Awesome.
yeah.
Teaser.
And then also, John, I want you to talk a little bit about your podcast, what you're doing, what you're growing, some of the friends you've made through Podcast Mafia, because we've got a ton of Mafia friends that listen to our
Oh,
show.
yeah.
And
I
the
met
whole
'em.
9 yards.
Yeah.
So,
Awesome
sweet.
group. Awesome group.
All right. Well, we're going to take a break here in studio real quick. You're going to listen to a little bit of DJ Gil Lugo during the break. And we're obviously going to plug Village Idiot during the first break here in the studio. So, all right. Thanks for listening. We'll be right back.
You're in the mix with DJ Gil Lugo. DJ Gil Lugo is bringing back the old school.
Every time I think of you, I feel a shot right through with a bolt of blue. It's no problem in mine.
Village Idiot Pub. You locals know about it. You guys from out of town have to check them out.
Village Idiot Pub is now a proud sponsor with Living Podcariously and the Twisted 10 podcasts.
It's more than just about commercials, though. The cast here will be taking our show on the road to Village Idiot to record some episodes as well as hold events. They have over 30 beers on tap, including ciders and Hefeweizen, my favorite, as well as hundreds of bottle choices.
Adam, you forgot my favorite, all the delicious wine. So get your friends together and enjoy the board games, puzzles, and the giant Jenga.
Let the owner, Jason, as well as the rest of the staff there, take excellent care of your beer drinking needs.
Mention either one of our shows to the staff and get 10% off your tab.
Tuesday is open mic, Wednesday is trivia, Thursday is karaoke, Friday and Saturday night are live music.
Visit them at 4 Harrison Street, Suite 103, Cocoa, Florida, or Village Idiot Pub on Facebook. And don't forget, they are a dog-friendly location, so bring your friends, family, and fur babies.
Hey, it's Adam. If you enjoyed the content or the cast of Living Podcariously, be sure to check out the other show we produce. It's called The Twisted 10. Each week, a host or a guest host takes over the show and brings their own unique and original top 10 list to the show. Here's a few examples. Top 10 crazy religious practices. Top 10 sexual fetishes. Twisted Guinness World Records. Top 10 possible human extinction events. And my personal favorite, top 10 best or worst infomercial products. As you can see, the content is all over the place for the show. However, it is a lot of fun to produce, and we hope you like it. As always, thanks for listening. All right, welcome back to Living Podcariously. So, obviously, Jake, we had a cool performance out of you, but let's get deep into Jake a little bit during this segment.
All right.
So
I'm getting deep. By the
hoping you were gonna
third
say
date,
that.
I'm getting deep.
All right, bend over.
So, the band that you perform with, or member of, or in, or created, or what have you, is called Tru Phonic, and that's TruPhonic.
Right. And
So-
Tru Phonic contains a lot of different musicians. There was a lot of different musicians that played on the record. It's mainly, me singing and playing guitar, and then my bass player and drummer who does a lot of the singing as well. But Tru Phonic is more of describing the way we make music. Phonic means just the element of producing sound, producing anything that makes sound is phonics. And, we never try to write a song and we never force a style or a genre, an idea. So it's just a true way of doing phonics. That's what I thought of. That too.
This guy.
And if you're into salads, croutonic.
Living podponically? No, that wouldn't
No,
work.
that isn't.
Hydroponically.
Hydroponically. Living
take it.
hydroponically.
I'll take it. That's my new podcast. I'm going to compete with you directly.
Speaking of podcasts, so you used to be on
The Smoke Break.
The Smoke Break, yeah.
Yeah, and we are on a little hiatus, a break, whatever you like to call it. But
Sure.
Adam Sikor is moving down to the Keys to take a great opportunity to play at Dirty Harry's regularly.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a really good gig. He gave me the opportunity to play it once a year, and it's a good thing for him to do. He's a party leader naturally, and that's that type of environment down there.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
anyway, for anybody that wants to go listen to the Smoke Break, you can find us on SoundCloud, iTunes, and just search The Smoke Break Talk Show. And we have a lot of great episodes. We have Pat Bouts from Three Dog Night, who actually produced my album for me, and we have an 80s strip club DJ, like the metal strip club DJs,
Yes.
that would do the intros right before the lyrics started in the song.
Oh, that's awesome.
The professionals. And then we also interviewed just a real salty saint of a musician. Just this guy has seen it all. So like an old gritty blues guy with a story.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And also you.
Yeah, I came on. So I was on your guys' show one time.
It was one of the better episodes, actually.
Well, thank you. But
It's my
had,
favorite episode.
It was the first time we were in the kitchen, too. So it was like, more space.
I was overshadowed by Steve's pinky, or his thumbnail. His thumbnail. So that became a point of conversation. It was obviously what he uses to strum his guitar. However, it looks like a monkey finger, which if you remember the Beatles reference in Come Together, that's basically what you would snort cocaine off of. It's easy for me to say.
That's what I thought it was, because, he always emphasized on the show with us. He was kind of like our co-host for a while, just because he had so many stories and
fucking
knowledge.
Guy was awesome, man.
Yeah, and
was
he'd always say,
pretty
like, I don't smoke, I don't drink anymore, I don't even smoke cigarettes. So I would look at his fingernail and think like, oh, but you don't do those things, but you still got that, though.
you know what's up. Come on, you know.
And it was an actual, like, he glued on a fingernail attachment to his thumb as a guitar pick. And he bought it. And he was trying to tell us the whole time how much of a bargain it was. And we were just so confused that it was a thing. And he's like, yeah, 30 cents. And we're like, but it's a thing? He's like, and it's cheap, though. You can do it, too.
Smoke Break was an awesome show. I wish you guys were still doing that. Hopefully when Adam comes back up here, you guys can occasionally, release an episode or
right.
Maybe
I think
when
I'm
you
just going to follow them around with a Zoom recorder and just edit that all together.
Perfect.
That'll be fun. That'll be the new Smoke Break.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
So speak a little bit about Tru Phonic. What kind of style do you guys play? Where are some of the gigs that you guys like to perform?
Okay.
Those kinds of things.
Great. Thank you. So I'm really into the festival scene and how that's kind of changing music. So we kind of I wanted to take all those elements from different bands that, go to festivals and, usually have your reggae, your funk, your jam bands, and your rock bands. And I wanted to kind of all put that together because those were all the influences that I had in playing in other bands. So we're kind of a mix of that, but if I had to generalize it down to
I see what you did there.
I'm good. I'm talented.
You're trying to sneak that in one way or another.
Wordplay.
Yeah, but anyway, it's more of like if blues had a modern spin on it, because people that play blues today, people my age, 24, 25-year-olds, they don't really enjoy that slow blues anymore. Kind of like the standard I played for you at the beginning of the show.
Sure.
They kind of walk away from that kind of show. So, I thought I can take blues songs and put a hip hop beat behind it or, add some reggae elements, make it a little bit more dancey.
Sounds a little bit like Sublime's, like a lot what they did too.
Sure, but less heavy on the punk and reggae, but Sublime is definitely one of my biggest influences for sure.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to, I love reggae music. I just didn't think I had the voice for that. And I felt like I would be kind of faking it a little bit.
Well, I'll be honest. So look, my favorite band of all time is Sublime, the original. I love Sublime with Rome, but the original, just Bradley Noel is just, come on. He set a standard for that genre. He really did.
And he's a true rock star, man. That's why people love, musicians from the least successful to the most. If they live like those true rock stars, people really do respect that,
Yeah, I agree.
And he lived that life, man, and it was showed through the music. So.
If there's something new to come out of a new style that you're trying to make, mixing blues with something that's less centered around popular culture, I think is a good way to get your foot into a genre that hasn't really made those groundbreaking moves yet. So
right,
it's a cool sound.
Thank you, I appreciate that. And the album. We're planning to release it at the turn of the year. We got our single out now. You can hear it on truphonic.bandcamp.com. And the first single.
Plug bell.
Is that for links whenever someone says a link?
Any kind of plug.
Any kind of plug.
Yeah.
Nice. Appreciate it. So, whenever you listen to the single, that's kind of like this modern spin on blues that I'm talking about. And that's why we chose it as the single. It's called Money Don't Buy Me Time. And that kind of puts an emphasis on the general genre that I wanted to put across,
Nice.
Also, I like to mention Corbin Nappy. He's my drummer. And, whenever I write songs, I write them knowing that he's a way better singer than me. So I write two parts at a time, making sure that he sings above my, crudiness, kind of cover it up.
I don't know how you guys do it. So Tach's a singer. He does some metal covers as well. He's got a very melodic
He showed me some
tone.
videos before that, and very great.
It's fucking awesome. Andrea is a stage performer and has musical talent in her bones. she's just she's amazing.
Awesome. Awesome.
I'm here learning. So I sang when I was in high school. This is 20 fucking years ago. So I'm now relearning how to sing because I want to do some stuff with the playhouses as well around here and get on stage and have a little bit of fun. man, you guys, that's fucking hard. It's not. It is certainly not easy to pick up. Singing just right off the bat.
I've played 6 instruments, and singing is the hardest thing.
Likewise, yeah.
And it's harder than any sort of muscle training. It is a muscle, so you have to take care of it like one, you know. But whistling is off a tangent off of that. Whistling is even harder. Like whistling in tune and everything. Like a whistle song. Oh my god, impossible. But birds are just like whistling all the time. No big deal then.
Fucking smug bastards.
I hate birds, dirty ass animals.
If you're thirsty, you're screwed.
So, where does Tru Phonic play? Where do you guys like to perform for local? Because most of our listeners, let me rephrase that. Most of our listeners are Central Florida, but a lot of them are also just Brevard County. So we've got a lot of friends and family that listen to the show here in the area. So
yeah, that's great, man. I'm not originally from here, but I believe in this county, this area.
Nice.
Probably because I'm not originally from here. Most people that are from
they're
here
jaded, yes.
Super jaded.
Yep.
The most jaded. The musicians, beyond jaded. Oh my God. But no, if in Brevard County we play at Grills one Sunday every month. That's Grills in Port Canaveral. We do Florida Beer Company. There's going to be a lot of those. Florida Beer Company. We do that at least once a month. You can check both of these places' schedules. They provide them online at their respective websites, of course. And you can also always check our Facebook. We play at the Monkey Bar one time a month. We play at the Key West Bar one time a month. That's kind of like our
sweet
get hammered party down there. Yeah. And then that big old dangerous drive home, you know. Other than that, we're in Hogan's right now, and we're expanding to Mai Tai and Daytona. And I would like to put emphasis on our original shows, though, because, I've been playing in cover bands around here my whole life. Personally, I work every day playing gigs as a solo acoustic musician, like every single day. So when I play with a band, it's kind of like an escape for me to spend money to make money kind of thing.
Sure.
I'm kind of investing in my originals in my band as what's going to bring me beyond, doing what I'm already doing every day. So I'd like to put emphasis on the show. December 8th, we're playing at the Florida Beer Company. And have you guys heard of Love Valley?
Yeah, absolutely. I've actually reached out to them a few times to try to get them on the show.
Right. Well, those guys,
no response.
Pretty busy.
They don't care. They don't like us. I
guess not.
No,
actually,
they're great. They're great guys. I'm just kidding. You're
right.
Great guys.
They do not like y'all. They were like, those guys living podcariously. They suck.
No, I'm kidding. They're good.
Yeah,
but they didn't respond back. But they're still good.
They're one of the more popular bands in this area. Have a very Allman Brothers type sound, and a lot of people don't even know. They have a huge following. A lot of people don't even know they have like an hour's worth of original music. And so Tru Phonic started hosting these original music parties. We had 2 in the past, and they went very well. So the next one is at Florida Beer Company. It's December 8th with Love Valley.
Really?
And they're closing out the night playing their original music. And Lose Blues in the area, they just had their original music series competition. If you've heard of that, they have that. They do that once a year. And this year, the band that won was a female duo with a drummer, so a trio that sings sort of like modern indie pop kind of.
I think I saw them in Cocoa Village out at the same day you were doing your show.
Anya and the Dreamers?
Maybe. I'll have to go back. I took some pictures of them while they were out there. Not like those kind of pictures, baby. Don't worry. Raising her eyebrow at me. But no, they were out there playing in Cocoa Village.
What kind of pictures?
I scored some pictures.
Just like
stalker.
It's a windy day and they had skirts on, but it's not important. It's not important. No, I think I know you're
got
talking
shut
about.
down already.
I know better than to look at his phone.
They were all very tasteful.
Why would I look at it on my phone? I got a big screen. My TV is my monitor.
I know better than to look at your phone. I don't need to see what's on there.
Yeah, my phone's probably safer than my internet browsing history on my laptop, just saying.
That's going to be funny. You bring up the female-led band, and then eventually we just drop up the skirt pictures. And
well, I was only kidding. I'm only kidding to them. I didn't. I got photos of them, but from a distance.
Well,
but that doesn't sound any better. Hang on a minute.
Did they give permission or
distance?
But I was in the bushes, so it was okay.
It's public, right? I'm allowed to take photos.
They're a new band on the scene, and they are very young but very talented, and they have their own original music. And as a cover musician that plays every day, we play our originals, Tru Phonic. We play them out at our cover gigs, but as well as we do on them, we don't nearly get the response as playing a song that people recognize. It's just not going to happen in an area like this. So when I first had the idea of these original music parties, I wanted to put, so much hype into them, if you will, to the fact that, there's bands in your area that are trying to do something and do something new by not only, getting together and writing songs, but writing songs that haven't been done already and things like that.
That's fucking awesome. Do they still have that stereotypical or quintessential Battle of the Bands competition in Brevard?
Oh, yeah. That is basically the Lose Blues thing
That's what that is.
Just won. Yeah. I mean, they make it better by having second and third place prizes, but you are, at the end of the day, comparing 5 different bands that you are like comparing apples and oranges.
Sure.
And there's like a bad thing about most of those competitions is that there's usually a category of singing, vocal performance. But then there's great instrumental bands that never win these competitions because they get a 0 in the category. And couldn't you just change the vocal category to something else at that point? Charisma, showing up on time, waking up before
Best
noon.
Tach, we should do a Living Podcariously Battle of the Bands.
We absolutely should. Hey, so I got some questions since I used to play in a band and all that. Okay, so you ever play up in Jacksonville?
No, but I've been hung out a lot of the bars and watched a lot of local bands in Jacksonville.
Great music scene. That's where I was in band 10 years. I lived there, played out all over Jacksonville. The music scene there is incredible.
You got some names with some references. I'd love to share
I don't know about anymore.
with you.
I don't know about anybody anymore.
Tach looks young, but he's 64.
But like here, I've noticed that the music scene is way different than Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Like there's up there that it's hard to find a cover band up in Jacksonville. Every band there is all original, and like these venues are catered just to like live bands playing, And some of these places I've seen around here, I don't know all the places around here, but they just seem like bars with a tiny stage, and that's it.
No, you're completely right, and there's so many of them that like you said, the musicians in Jacksonville, you can't find really a pure cover band because everybody's really trying to do their own thing.
Yeah,
and down here. We always try to pinpoint it on the smoke break, but now it seems like, there's so many musicians that have no standard and that they're always willing to undercut each other. So the band that's trying to do something new and challenges the venue to take the risk of a band that's not going to play Skinner all the time, but is great, they're always going to get undercut, not only in pay, but in people listening to the Skynyrd songs by some band that has no standard to try something new. Because there's so many musicians.
There's always that asshole that's in the back yelling "Freebird."
Well, exactly.
But
there's always that asshole musician that will play that every gig to just get that gig.
Yeah, like waiting.
Right.
John has been following me around from bar to bar, I see. No, I'm kidding. I don't really like Freebird that much.
Speaking of Freebird, that's a great venue up in Jacksonville too, Freebird Cafe.
Yeah, I stopped by that one and saw a great
played there
country
tons
band.
Times, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, so sorry. So Freebird, that's not just at like music concerts. They will say that all the time, no matter where they are. Like at trivia, they'll do that at the post office. Freebird, I think it's just an illness. Yeah. They're just stuck that
I heard it at McDonald's one time.
It's a new form of diagnosable Tourette's.
Yeah.
If you yell Freebird at any place, you have this disease.
Yeah, right. I got out away from the wife. I'm a Freebird.
It's ultimately like, why would why would the venue pay a little bit more for the band that's trying and going the extra mile with their own songs when they could give $100 less to Mr. Teddy that plays, Billy Joel and all that stuff.
Agreed.
And Freebird.
Right. And Freebird, especially.
Yeah.
So, once again, I like to say December 8th, those 3 bands are playing all original music, and it's going to be a really great time. Florida Beer Company's got a Memphis-style barbecue truck coming. That's December 8th at the Florida Beer Company at 7 o'clock.
Memphis-style barbecue?
Memphis-style.
So I know obviously the Southern barbecue, which is very barbecue rich. The flavors, like the brisket-style flavors. Yeah. I'm a fan of Carolina-style barbecue, which is very vinegar-based.
Vinegar and mustard-based, yeah.
What is this one?
This is a whole different show. Are you sure you want to open this can?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I'm from Missouri, so
give me Memphis. Right. What is it?
So Memphis is near St. Louis, and St. Louis is known for like the extra brown sugar, sort of like the sweet and smoky.
Yeah.
All right.
Not necessarily the citrus sweets that some of like down here do.
The sugar,
right? Brown sugar sweet, exactly. Molasses, all that, But because you're close to St. Louis, you're going to get that sweetness in Memphis, but they also have like this kind of fascination with pickles at the same time.
Really?
And also putting those, like you add the little onion straws to your sandwich. They always seem to. I don't know if that's part of it, but everything I've gotten in Memphis.
So
has
pickle.
always
So I
had
heard
that on
pickles,
it.
onions, and brown sugar.
And the brown sugar. Yeah.
Okay.
This basically is sweet and smoky. Yeah.
Wow.
But a little bit less sauce than St. Louis. St. Louis is going to pile it on. You know, a lot of sauce. Memphis is going to be a little
Goddamn,
bit
now I'm
less.
gonna have to get more food during the break. I'm getting hungry. Well, cool.
I want to know what other kinds of barbecue there are, though. Like, is there like a Northern England barbecue?
There's actually something
Northern
called
England?
a curry barbecue, which is
Curry?
an interesting. It's kind of a southern mesquite style barbecue mixed with a curry,
That
like
sounds
a.
bad.
No, yeah.
It's not. It's not my favorite, but it's
Curry
certainly
and
memorable.
barbecue sauce?
It's
okay. Yeah, memorable doesn't always mean good.
Nope.
I
Agreed.
accidentally picked up curry instead of cumin when I was making chili, and as soon as I put it in there, I was like, no! Tried to scrape most of it out, but just the little bits that were in it ruined
Yep.
the whole thing.
The damage had been done.
Carolina barbecue to me is my favorite. So I was born in North Carolina and I was raised on Smithfield's barbecue, baby. If you know North Carolina, then you know Smithfield's, and it's a very, very
Is that
vinegar.
a plug?
I guess it was.
It sounded like
I guess
a
it
commercial.
was.
So.
Yeah. If you know that area, you'll know that vinegar-based barbecue, and it is just it's fabulous.
I put that place on the map.
Yeah, it's fucking great, dude.
That also
It
is
so
my
good.
favorite as well, the Carolina style.
Carolina style
as well.
vinegar
Oh, yeah.
based. Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
I did
That's
have
what
this
my mom
this
makes.
barbecue once though. It had matzo balls and cloves and chives in it. It was called Jubicue.
Oh. Yeah.
I hope to God that's a real thing.
It's definitely not. Damn.
All right, so Tru Phonic's links will be in the show notes, as well as links to the performance that we recorded tonight. So the audio that you just heard on the podcast, we actually shot a video of Jake while he was performing the song. So you'll see that if you go to Dichotomy Media's YouTube channel. Links to your solo song that you're selling right now, the single that's out there will be up there as well.
Right.
And Tach, we're going to have to buy it. We got to officially buy it if we're going to use it on the show. I'm just saying. We gotta throw
Do we have to? We kind of know a guy.
Throw him a dollar or so.
Free plays.
That's right.
Before you have to
And there's
buy
how many people in here?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Do you really want to hear it any more than 3 times?
Probably not. I probably don't.
That's pretty good.
No, I'm just kidding. We'll
and
absolutely buy it for sure.
Also, we're going to link the Smoke Break Talk Show on there as well for anybody who's interested in hearing another really good local podcast out of the Brevard County area, because it's really a good show.
Y'all are the best on promoting other people's creativity. It's great.
Maybe it's a failure on our marketing aspect. I don't know. No,
It's all in the master plan.
All right, so let's change gears a little bit, John. We're going to switch over to you for a minute.
Hold on. I have to pee like a mother fury.
Yeah, dude, do it. We'll take
All right.
we'll take a vape break. I won't actually stop recording. We'll just take a break. And see you real quick.
So let's just take a break.
Oh, I need rest. I've been up a few days, now I feel it in my chest. Nothing is for certain, so I wonder what's next. And if it ain't for the fame, guess I'm working for respect. I'm working for respect. Oh, tell me what I'm singing for. Did the meaning just slip my mind? Oh, I wish someone had told me the money don't buy me time. Now I walk behind my own lead. Now I finally got my way. But if they tell you that is easy, oh, it gets harder every day. Oh, tell me what I'm singing for. Did the meaning just slip my mind? Oh, I wish someone had told me the money don't buy me time. All my days are slaved away. I fear I've made myself insane. Oh, tell me what I'm singing for. Did the meaning just slip my mind? Oh, I wish someone had told me the money don't buy me time. Money don't buy me no money, don't buy me no time. So tell me what I'm singing for. Did the meaning just slip my mind? Oh, I wish someone had told me the money don't buy me time.
Andrea, we close most of our shows telling our listeners how they can come see you up at Brent Allen Salon and Day Spa. Do you want to tell the listeners the cool news, or can I?
I think I've got this one, Adam. Brent Allen Salon and Day Spa is joining the Dichotomy Media team, and this time, the investment is being turned around to you, the listener. Keep your eye on our podcast Facebook page for contests and giveaways that include massages, pedicures, and gift cards for all services. Brent Allen is a Paul Mitchell focused salon, which keeps us up to date on the latest hair trends and fashions.
The atmosphere at Brent Allen is inviting as well as comfortable. The spa brings the definition of tranquility into a reality. You can enjoy a wide range of massage techniques to facials, body scrubs, wraps, pedicures, waxing, spray tan, and much more.
Brent Allen Salon and Day Spa is located at 3570 North Highway 1 in Cocoa, just 1 mile north of 528. Come in and see us in person or visit us online. The pricing and menu of services can be found at BrentAllenSalon.net or call to book an appointment at 321-639-7376. If you book with me, be sure to mention this ad and receive 20% off your first service.
No sex until marriage.
Let's change gears a little bit, John. Let's talk to you a little bit about. So first off, you came in and hosted Twisted 10 tonight.
Oh,
so,
that was a blast.
Yeah, dude, you brought a great list. Do you want to plug what your list was on that?
Yeah, it was the cartoon characters based on real people. But I say based on because some of them were inspired, but some of them were insulting. So
the best one, not to. All right, so I'm going to spoil one a little bit, but it's not that big of a spoiler, I don't think. The guy who was the inspiration for the creation of the cartoon Shrek was ridiculously remarkable. Actually, I think I still have it up, so I'm gonna pull it up for you guys in studio.
Yeah, it was like the spilling. It was the French Angel. Yeah. Oh man, you see that picture?
Look at this dude.
Yeah. Look how identical he is to the ogre Shrek.
That is eerie.
That guy's like a professional wrestler out of where? Russia or
he was
France?
Russian born, but French professional.
That's right.
Yeah. It's a weird one, right?
So that's one example of his Twisted 10 tonight, where he brought in that, and that was a fucking great show. That was good on that one.
Yeah, that one in particular was one of the insulting ones because we don't take it as a compliment to look like an ogre. So, no.
But hey, if I look like that, I would expect a cartoon character would be made after me.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
I already living it at that point.
Yeah, exactly. You are Shrek. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about Funny to Informing.
It's a podcast I do. I do it on my patio studio, so it's outside. But since it's by the airport, there's planes flying over, and I used to try and dub out the burps and stuff. But whatever happens, happens.
Don't.
Yeah, no,
I heard many a burp when I was listening.
I'm proud of it at this point. But so it's a lot of dude humor, bro stuff, and we get relevant topics. We try to get some current information, so that it keeps people listening. But we focus on being funny and finding the joke. And I say we, and I don't know why I say we, because it's just me, and I the one thing I pride myself in my podcast in particular is that I'll go go places to get the content. There was one time I went to, it's called Mercury Cash. It's a cryptocurrency company. And,
Oh, sweet.
yeah, they don't deal in Bitcoins, but they deal on the second to Bitcoin. It's like Ethers or something. So
Ethereum, yeah.
yeah. So I went over to Mercury Cash, their office building on Orange Ave. And, I just found out about how they produce the virtual coin and, and how it raises in value and everything like that. It was, and that was one of the informative ones where we just made a joke a time or two. But, and then you guys just had Rocky on the Twisted 10.
Rocky Soka with What's the Fuss podcast.
Yeah. And instead of him coming to me, I went to Words Hurt Studio to do it, Yeah. So I do on location recording, There was one time I went to the Collection Miami to do like a shoe thing, and there was a vending machine where people, would play for the shoes. It was $5, but they could win like $300, like expensive shoes. So, and I was there doing it at the mall, trying to get, customers that were walking by and things like that. So that's the one thing I pride myself in, is I do it alone, but I go places,
Sure.
Yeah, so it's a lot of fun too. And, that's the one thing, like, I know I'll never stop, even if it's just like an audio journal. Even if nobody's listening, which thankfully, like, thank you to everybody who downloads, because I don't know where they're coming from, but, thank you so much. And I appreciate it every step of the way. But, I don't even care if I'm doing this where nobody's listening. Like, it's a real passion of mine. You know what I mean?
Well,
so.
it shows so I say this all the time, and bringing a list to us on the Twisted 10 side of our company, we've had lists from people who were passionate about what they do. And the lists that they're bringing in, and then lists from people who aren't so passionate about it. And it really plays difference for the listener, for the audience. I can hear it when I'm editing. And then when I go back to listen to the finished product, you can really hear a difference between a list that somebody's passionate about. And you can hear that they really get behind their stories. And you bring it not only on your podcast, but also on our Twisted 10 that you just hosted.
Yeah,
you bring it.
It's hard for me. And that was kind of like one of the crossroads I came across, which is why I do the show by myself, is like, it's hard to be genuine. And, if you, before recording, you're not genuine or you're being very disingenuous, I'll nip it in the butt and not even do it at all. It's because it has to be real.
Sure.
And that's everything. We're all sitting here talking, and we're having a real conversation, so that's what I can appreciate out of it. But some of these people, they don't share my passion. So, I'll go out to get content. And then I just am like, this isn't going to go anywhere, and then I'll end up throwing something together myself, that I have to do because it fell through. But I'm not like, I don't put anybody on blast. If it falls through, it falls through.
Yeah.
And
you're spot on though. I mean, it translates in every facet of everything that pretty much all of us in here do. Like Jake with his music, you can tell the passion behind the music with what he does. Josh with the trivia. I know we're getting that in a little bit, but when you host trivia, you fucking own it. I mean, you're a character. You're portraying something that you want to have people entertained by. Andrea, even as far as the profession of, what you do for doing hair and doing everything that you have a passion behind that. You love what you do, and it shows. And same thing with you, John. I mean, it's remarkable for when you hear somebody who really likes to do that type of podcasting. It translates well, and it makes it better for everybody who's paying attention.
And passion to me is everything, and there was even one thing I was trying to like start a movement on my podcast. It was called Passion for Privacy, because these people are passionate, like in terms of like politically speaking, people are passionate about this and they're passionate about that and the equal rights and the blah, blah, blah and the kneeling and the standing and and I'm like, can we all just be passionate to keep it to ourselves? Like put that passion and then just
He's got his fist in the air.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. The Antifa shirt on. What's that mean? No, I'm kidding.
Did we just start a revolution?
We might have.
Okay.
Yeah. I met you through Podcast Mafia.
Right. Yeah.
Again, in local here in Central Florida. Who are some of the other folks that you have met that have been through Podcast Mafia or not?
Yeah.
That have been inspirational or motivational to you for podcasting?
Well, Tach, get ready to ring that bell. Ken and Coco from 1K Away.
Nice.
They were awesome. And me and like them were talking about, maybe them coming on my show on a regular basis or me going on their show on a regular basis. So that was cool. And then when I mentioned Rocky from What's the Fuss?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. And then, another, big one that, Rick and Anthony, it's called Entering the Black Hole is the podcast. Rick and Anthony.
I know that move. I show that to Andrea every once in a while. She's just fucking rolling her eyes at me. All right.
She's actually speechless.
That's a
She usually has a comeback for you.
Boys.
It's a whole lot of head nodding, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and then what was the other one? Oh, babe, help me out here. What was the other one that I was on?
Yeah, we didn't say this, but your girlfriend Sam is in studio with us tonight.
Yeah. She's here, kind of studio audience, like the laugh track or something.
Just now, so.
She's also invisible. That's why you can't hear her.
Oh, it's remarkable support I get from her. She's the one that does the intro for my show, and I just wrote the script for her, and I handed it to her, and I was like, you got to read this. I was like, me reading this is like, stow away all your earbuds, dudes. Like, it doesn't work,
She's got a good voice for that.
Perfectly articulated, and so, yeah, that was cool. And then it's cool to get around actually, because me, myself, and I think I remember Ken talking about this a little bit. He, like, introvert. Yeah, being more of an introvert it's tough to break out of your shell and to meet new people. This is the first time I'm meeting 5 of you face to face, and it's hard, but it's a lot of fun, and, even when you send me the message, I'm like, I'm here. Just come inside, bro. We're inside. I'm like, really? Just walk in.
Some fucking
It's
stranger's
always
house.
open for our house.
Hey, you know what? Next time we do this, Tach, we got to get somebody who's like new coming in the studio and have like a staged scene ready for them.
Oh my God.
That would be fantastic.
And record it.
We have to do it, of course.
Oh,
Damn it. Now we just aired it. So
we'll cut that part out.
Okay.
Thank heavens.
We'll cut
you
all
did-
that out.
Thank heavens you didn't do that when I came in, bro. Oh, man.
Is that a fucking donkey over there? What the fuck?
Well, I was picturing a murder scene.
That's what I was thinking
you get them
too.
to help you cover it up. Like, you're driving, right? No, I'm not driving.
Hey, hold this bong right quick, all right?
It's tough to break out of that shell, though. If you would have did that shit to me, I would have turned around. You would have heard my tires squealing. I would have been gone.
No, man, we're just joking. Come on back. All right.
Get the car, just run.
So the perfect people to do that to are who are supposed to come over here soon would be Tom and Dan. They're supposed to come over to host the Twisted 10 together. That would be perfect. That would be perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. So how do people find your podcast? Where can they go look for you or download it or listen or what have you?
Primarily on iTunes, but if not, everybody has an iPhone, which, it seems like the, half and half at this point. You can find it on Google Play or blurberry.com, which is kind of like Blueberry, but with no E's, BLUBRRY.com/JD podcast. And then, the Facebook page would love the support, facebook.com/funny2informing. And then, Castify.fm and Castbox.fm. Those are the two, I didn't even know I had those, bro. This is like one thing, like in terms of like the retrospective of the hosting service, we were having that conversation on the Twisted 10 a little bit.
Yeah.
But my hosting service, I didn't know that when I uploaded it to them, I made sure that the iTunes was synced up, and that was what was important to me. Great. And then I one day Googled my show, just to see what would come up on Google, see if it's that easy to find. There's all these like player.fm, castify.fm, castbox.fm, and then they run their own commercials in the middle of them. And then there, I didn't even know that they existed, and it blew my mind. And I was like, well, what the hell, but I'm fine with it now because I feel like that's giving me more downloads.
Yeah.
But at first I was slightly offended because I thought they were like stealing something from me,
Yeah. So it's unique. Those are all pod catchers. That's what they call those in the industry. They're applications that basically scour iTunes library and then republish your shows with their service. Now, it still gives you the numbers. So basically your download still is affected by their service.
Yeah.
However, they want to be the biggest dog in the industry next to iTunes.
That's what was important to me because I had to make sure that the downloads were still coming back to me, and then once I found that they were, I was like, oh, gravy, awesome. I'm on more platforms, and then it became a good thing. But at first I was like, what the hell, because like, I know like podcasting is like, and I refer to it as like modern day pirates. It's like you go to these companies and you're like, I'll trade some like goods, for a plug.
Absolutely.
It gets very piratey, so.
We've got several sponsors that have done that.
Very early stage capitalism.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
People will offer me like under the table cash just for like to mention the company one time. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
Nice.
Like, let's do that.
Yep. Well, very cool. So, all right, funny to inform me. Are you going to hang around for our game time segment tonight, too?
Yeah.
It was designed for you to be here, so I would appreciate it if you stuck around.
Oh, I will be happy to fuck it up.
Nice.
Tach, before we move to game time,
Yeah.
Andrea found something that I said she absolutely has to bring to the show, especially with a group of guys this big.
Oh, no.
And I'm talking about our dicks, not our
Oh,
statue.
well, then don't count me in that group.
So I'm going to turn it over to her, and I think it'd be good for us to give a little bit of interactive feedback with this.
Yeah.
A
What do you
question
got,
for
Andrea?
a group of guys, and I'm sitting next to my girlfriend. Great. This should be great.
Your girlfriend's Jake?
Now it is.
He's lying.
We're going back to River Rocks.
What you got, Andrea Joy?
A slow phone. If this was
Oh.
written on paper, I would have it right here.
You see?
This is 5 Thanksgiving sex positions you'll be beyond grateful for.
Say that again? 5
Wow.
Thanksgiving sex
Thanksgiving
positions.
sex positions.
Because you know 'tis the season, Tach. We're getting there.
the
Ollie
season.
found his
So
fucking squeaker.
So they're only good for Thanksgiving time?
You can't use it 364 days of the year. These are off limits.
Do we want to take some guesses at what maybe some of the Thanksgiving sexual positions? Is that what it says? Positions?
I think these will be things that you can do when you're super groggy.
Yeah,
What would you name it, though?
I'm guessing definitely the word gobbles in there somewhere.
Well, I'm going to go. So I'll give you a position. You know what a turducken is, right? In modern day tradition of what a turducken is.
Right.
A turducken is a turkey stuffed with a chicken stuffed with a duck.
Yep.
All right. So turducken in sexual terms for this conversation would be like, and forgive the
You're not going to use our names.
I feel
right?
bad saying this in front of Sam. I don't know her that well. I don't mind saying it in front of John because I almost know his personality. Listen to his show, but I don't.
You're already that guy. Though,
Yeah, I guess
Tell her
that's a
to
good point.
cover her ears.
Yeah, all right, Sam, cover yours. So a turducken in sexual terms would be you butt fucking your girl while getting butt fucked. See? You see how the human centipede works
That
there?
sounds like
That's a turfucking.
Turfucking. Yes, I like it. See? See?
That was a good
Okay.
name.
All right.
Josh, thanks for the assist on that. I appreciate that.
I got you. Jake
All right.
looks horrified.
How
Well, I'm
about
just,
He's still a
how is it
baby.
different from
Still a
the
baby.
human centipede? You know, what sets it apart?
Your mouth's not involved.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. I tried explaining
Makes
the
it
ending.
better.
I tried explaining the ending of this human centipede to Andrea.
what does that have to do with Thanksgiving sexual position?
You're right. Never mind.
All right, how about the wishboned? Maximize closeness while minimizing effort. See above food baby.
Oh, that position's got to be the resistance. Oh, I'm thinking that's not a good position. Especially if you're talking about wishbone. Something's snapping.
Okay, you do it by facing your partner, wrapping your leg around him, and pulling him toward you. Don't
All right.
even say anything. Just run your fingers through his hair. If he grabs onto your ass and pulls you in deeper, he's getting it.
That's the
Okay,
wishbone?
that just sounds like sex.
Yeah.
Is there a picture?
Oh, they give a picture. Oh, whoa. There's one of her legs is up over the dude's shoulder, though.
Oh,
that was
oh.
important.
Okay.
That's an important part of the pose.
There's an added level of difficulty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just ramped up in difficult quite a bit.
Oh, that's leverage.
All right,
yeah.
we'll try
Oof.
it. We'll give it a shot.
All right, 2 is the Plymouth Rock Hard. If he's the one who overdid it, have him lie on his back and sort of hover over him like you're doing a crab walk. I know this doesn't sound sexy. Sex and anything about crabs doesn't, but stay with me. Hold yourself over him, bracing yourself on your feet and hands while he thrusts up to meet you.
What?
On your back? My dick's not that long. There's no way that would work.
I wouldn't be able to reach.
Whoa.
I bet you could.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I believe in you, sweet.
Andrea, do you bet I could?
I don't know. We'd have to try and see. I haven't seen your dick.
A lot of talented
Tonight.
Thanksgiving fuckers. Jeez.
Number 3 is the Naughty Pilgrim. If you're staying in someone's house and need to be stealth and semi-efficient, go with toys that won't wake up grandma. His thumb rubbing your clit coupled with a realistic silicone dildo. You know, just a suggestion. Have a nice lubey hand job with a masturbation sleeve will have the same effect on him. Pack something non-vaginal looking so you don't have to hide it in the bottom of your luggage.
So that's just getting her off with a dildo and your thumb.
And like nothing battery or power operated.
Sure.
If it's Pilgrim.
Hashtag stealth mode.
I may be a little young. What is a masturbation sleeve?
That's like
Is that a sock? Is that what I'm thinking? Okay. Because they
Another
already
good name for that.
I remember those.
My masturbation sleeve is called a vagina. That's
Right.
what masturbation- No, it's like a what do they call it? Fleshlight.
Pocket pussy.
Yeah,
Pocket
Like a
pussy.
category of toy.
Masturbation sleeve is weird terminology for that. Pocket
Yeah.
pussy, yeah.
Pocket
That's
pussy.
a-
All day.
Yeah.
Sort of
A sock
sad-
is called
sad
a-
direction for technology.
The sock is called a dream catcher. That's what that's called.
Number 4, the trust bird. Take inspiration from dinner and have him bind you up. Get on your back and have him fasten your wrists to your calves. A belt or a couple of scarves will work just as well. He takes care of you from the top, pushing your legs slightly to the slide to penetrate you. Maybe should be side.
So she looks
Warning,
like a
do not
turkey.
eat a lot before this. Don't make me tell you why.
So you're on your. Wait, let me see.
On your
So
belly.
watching you guys try to visualize that as she's describing it was probably the greatest thing ever.
Yeah. Everybody's face.
Like you could just see all the gears were
Okay.
turning.
All right.
Everyone's trying to figure it out.
All right, I see that.
And I was way off. Cool.
Yeah, I was way off too.
You know, if you're going to put that
Oh.
much effort.
I thought she was going to be on her belly with
I kind of did too, with her hands behind her.
Yeah.
I was
That's
super
like a
excited.
turkey.
So I was super excited to share this podcast with my family until like this. And now I'm not gonna do that. Sorry, Grandma.
I told you to listen to an episode prior.
Sorry, Graham.
Forewarning.
The last one is the basted turkey. Top off a day of full-on decadence by throwing some towels on the floor, lubing your bodies up with way too much massage oil. Straddle him for a wild, slippery fuck, leaning down to slide your slick boobs across his chest. Finish the night with a shower and mutual scrub down, then tuck yourselves into bed.
I like that.
Wow.
That just sounds like fun.
It's like a nice Thanksgiving tradition.
That's a winner.
Don't forget the shower though, because that's a lot of lube in bed.
Yeah. You could fall out.
That's how-
Slide out of bed.
I like that one the best, I think.
Oh, that's the winner right
You don't
there.
use bed lube?
I have really nice sheets.
all these pictures.
Thanks, Graham.
All these pictures have play buttons, and the little cartoons move.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
It just got way better. I used to have a waterbed, by the way, and I did the saran wrap, the sheen, whatever that big ass piece of plastic is, with some lube one time. That's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, bed lube. You actually
Yeah.
bed lube?
I bed lubed, yeah.
Damn.
But I mean, the mattress was already a big giant plastic bag
Yeah.
anyway.
I feel like with most of these turkey-related positions, like you already put so much work into preparing your Thanksgiving turkey. Just fuck the turkey at that point. That's so much extra work.
If we're just
The
gonna
turkey's already stuffed.
opening the
Make
holes just as wide as they can go.
This is a happy holidays greeting from Living Podcariously.
Happy holidays from our family to yours.
Open up.
Gracious.
Just screw the turkey, everyone.
All right, we want to take a break in studio and come back for its game time tag.
Let's do it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we'll be right back.
Put on your red shoes and dance the blues. Dance to the song they're playing on the radio.
Hey, Tach, you ever have that conversation with your girl about where to eat dinner and it always turns into that back and forth? I don't know, you pick.
Yeah, every once in a while, yeah.
Yeah, well, I've got an answer for you next time that comes up.
Oh, yeah? We're at...
The Salty Fox in Melbourne off of Old Galley Boulevard.
Oh, nice. You know, I've actually been there, and the food was pretty awesome.
Hell yeah, it was. They offer a great selection of paninis, shareable appetizers, soups and salads, and one of the best desserts I've ever had, the Funky Monkey.
Oh, yeah, my favorite was the vintage options. They got this meal called ramen noodle on crack. You just got to try it out.
Done. That's definitely what I'm getting next time.
Put the fun between your legs at the Salty Fox every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. with the Old Galley Arts District Bike Crawl.
It's a 4-mile bicycle ride down Pineapple Avenue with stops for food and beer all along the route. Be sure to visit the Salty Fox every Sunday for brunch from 11 to 4.
Hey, isn't that the $10 bottomless mimosas brunch?
Sure is. Enjoy your brunch while the Salty Fox's DJ spins throwbacks and top 40 hits.
Salty Fox is located in the downtown Eau Gallie Art District on Eau Gallie Boulevard.
Check them out on Facebook at facebook.com/saltyfoxmelbourne or online at thesaltyfox.net.
Hey listeners, be sure to mention you heard about the Salty Fox on our show, and you'll get 10% off your meals.
Sponsorship with Living Podcariously or the Twisted 10 is not just about contracts or money. We like to form relationships with those who invest in our shows.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. We only like representing companies or products that we can really get behind.
We met Kyle and Bianca from Oak and Iron Photography at an event from another sponsor of ours and immediately bonded with them because, let's face it, they're just awesome people.
Yeah, and if you came out to our Living Podcariously listener event, you may have seen them roaming around, taking some photos for us. They captured so much joy and emotion in those photos that night. It was amazing.
Yes, it was.
Now, Adam, I'm kind of a amateur photographer, so I can appreciate how difficult it really is to capture moments like that.
They shoot events of any kind, weddings, lifestyle photos like maternity, couples, families, you name it. Not only do they capture moments that your grandmama will like, but they also put that Oak and Iron personal style and spin on what would normally be considered traditional photos.
Oh yeah, that Ring of Fire shot from our event was awesome.
Hell yeah.
Their photos not only capture the raw emotions, but when looking at them later, you were transported back to that day they were taken.
You'll see it on their website. They capture, quote, the real moments for the true at heart.
Nice.
Head on over to oakandironphoto.com to check out some of their work. Also, you can click the Contact Us button and get a quote of your own.
Go and check out oakandironphoto.com and let Kyle and Bianca know you heard about them from us.
All right, welcome back to Living Podcariously. Again, packed house, and we love having all the guys and girls in here. Especially, this is a very, very good-looking lady chase tonight. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Oh,
very
yeah.
good-looking lady chase. I'll have to get special pictures for that.
Good on the eyes.
Yes. Tach, you and I know this already, but some of our listeners may not. Hot Pink is going to be doing, friends of the show, they're going to be doing a Queen tribute at Cocoa Village Playhouse, January 12th and 13th. Is that right? Or 11th and 12th?
12th and 13th.
12th and 13th. And we asked originally if they were interested in this, and of course the guys were, but we had to get it cleared, officially cleared, and that came in just literally 2 days ago. Mm-hmm. But Dichotomy Media will be shooting video and recording audio during their event. So we're going to be able to have some really cool shit to put out on YouTube and to put out, for our listeners and for Hot Pink's fans especially, for them to be able to see the performance if they couldn't pay to go to
these shows are already almost sold out already.
Friday nights is sold out. Saturday nights is virtually sold out. There's no like groups of seats. They're all individuals throughout the whole Playhouse. And that
I have a great seat.
Andrea's performing in it with him. She got invited to be one of the singers up there with him.
Closest seat you can get.
I think they're doing a matinee show. I think this is something that's actually going to happen, and I think that's what we're going to go film.
I think we're filming the Saturday matinee.
Yeah, I think it's Saturday matinee. I'm not sure yet on those details, but I'm going to get us some Dichotomy Media crew shirts. Your crew.
Call my crew. I call your crew.
Your crew. So we'll be up there recording it. So if you're a fan of Hot Pink and go into that and know Dichotomy Media, jump in front of the
as well
camera.
as in association with.
That's right.
Attack Films. That's right.
Yes.
So you're one of the singers in the show?
Yeah.
And this is a Queen show?
Mm-hmm. There's like 21 songs.
Okay, so who is playing the gong? Because Queen has gong in like 3 of the songs. Song gongs.
You'll have to come and see.
Song gong. I like that. That's
Or you can see
alliterative.
the video.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, there's a mass choir of like 60 of us.
Whoa.
That are
That's
singing
awesome.
with them. It's really cool. 8-part harmonies. It's going to be awesome.
Nice.
Playing with a choir definitely is a really cool thing. I work for this church, and it's like the only, There are some hungover mornings working for that church, but still, to play your first chord and then the choir kicks in, you're like, oh my God, that's a wake up right there.
Hangover's gone.
Yeah. Could be the worst 30-person choir ever. It's still a choir.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, John. I don't know if you know this, but it's game time.
Oh, yeah.
Game time.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Right there is where we insert some funny little music.
There's like music right there.
All done in post-production.
So this week, I did not bring game time because Adam, you outsourced it. My job was being outsourced.
Yep.
Sorry, cheaper, man.
He was giving you a break.
Think of it as a like Andrea just said, is get a little mini vacation on the show.
Yeah, I guess so. So Josh, you have brought something for us.
I have, yes. I have for you guys 18 trivia questions.
Ooh,
Nice.
all right.
You do not have to answer them if you don't want to.
I pick B.
We'll do as many as we can. I will keep that in mind. None of these are multiple choice. I considered possibly doing like a multiple choice for you guys, but I didn't want to make it that easy.
Yeah,
So-
don't do that. Don't.
So
do
here's
that.
here's how I'm thinking we're gonna set this up.
By the way, if you enjoyed trivia from Josh tonight, you can always see that down at Village Idiot Pub every Wednesday night at what time?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
8
Nice.
o'clock on Wednesdays. Let's be realistic. It's more like 8:15, but you should be there on time, even if I'm not. All right. So here's how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna give you guys a question. All right. I'll give you guys around 30 seconds to talk amongst yourselves, come up with an answer.
I like this.
All right.
We're all like answering.
Yes, I'm gonna, dude. It's more fun with a team, you
Gotcha.
know. And I don't
We
have.
can't do like two teams.
I don't. I mean, you
We
could,
got-
but
we
how
got-
are you gonna talk about
Look
it?
at Tackett
Yeah.
now critical on
It's
the game
3-on-3
time.
right
it's
here.
my
Yeah.
segment.
I,
So you know,
and I get it, and I sat and I thought about it. But if you guys talked amongst yourselves, everyone else has headphones on, and they're
Right.
gonna hear exactly what
Yeah.
you're saying.
oh, I see. So
You know?
so we're answering the same question.
You're
I
answering the
guess.
same question together.
gotcha.
I believe in togetherness. I
30
believe
seconds, though? Let's be a little bit more liberal with the seconds.
Really? I see.
Yeah.
You don't think 30?
I think 30's plenty. I think
The way I
that's
see
enough.
it, if you don't know the answer in 30 seconds, I don't think you know.
You don't deserve the points.
All right.
And that means no phones and no internet searches for this. This
Right,
is all
right,
from
right.
our mind.
That's right.
There's-
This
and that
is-
includes Sam, because
Oliver.
we know that
Help.
she's a secret ninja of knowledge.
There's
And,
6 of us. We got this. Come on.
Yeah, this
think
will
so.
this
Yeah,
will
so
be
there's-
easy.
There's no looking stuff up. This is a thinking game, not a research game. For those of you playing along at home, you're welcome to pause, but don't Google it because that's no fun.
Yeah.
And the people playing at home can't shout out.
Yeah,
'Cause we
don't.
can-
Yeah, no fun, no fair giving it away.
Right.
Yeah, so like team huddle, nobody say nothing premature.
No. So all right. So I want you guys to talk about it. I want you guys to talk about it. But then when
Yeah.
it's finally time to give me an answer, be like, hey, Josh, our answer is this.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Tack, you're our spokesperson.
Okay.
That works for me.
Why does he get to do it?
It's his segment.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm kind of like
Yeah.
stepping on toes and stuff doing this. So yeah, I get it.
No.
All right.
Let's let the dog do it.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. 1 bark for yes, 2 barks for no.
Oliver's in love with your girlfriend, John. He is in love over there, buddy.
I can bark too. I love you, baby.
Will you marry me?
Alrighty, guys. Let's get into it. Okay, guys. Round one. Your categories are: we've got trees, world cities, and presidents. Trees, world cities, and presidents.
Okay.
I'm sorry, we
Round
can't hear you,
one.
sir.
World?
World cities. Yeah, that's right.
World
So-
cities.
Well, you're not picking it. Yeah, it's not Jeopardy.
Oh.
You told me to say get it. Microphone.
Good job.
All right, so we got round one question. One category is trees.
Okay.
Question is: West Virginia's state tree is the sugar type of what tree? One more time. West Virginia's state tree is the sugar type of what tree?
The sugar.
You guys have 30 seconds to talk amongst yourselves. What you got?
I'm thinking maple.
I'm thinking maple too. Okay,
I
so
like maple.
2 maples.
There's
Yeah,
sugary
that's-
syrup in a maple.
Yeah.
It's maple syrup.
Yeah.
Is there a Mrs. Buttersworth tree?
Maybe.
A high fructose corn syrup tree.
You got to use the microphone again.
Oh, no.
No,
We're,
two
But we
them.
want to hear you talk.
well, we're all on
Yeah.
the same team.
we're going to let
this
the
is-
audience hear us.
All right, this is way past 30 seconds. By
It
the way.
absolutely is. I wanted to give you guys a feel of how it's going to go.
Crap.
All right.
Well, I think we got maple. I mean,
Is that where we're going to go
Is that
with?
our final answer?
Sure, let's go with that, guys.
If it's not, I'll be surprised.
All right,
Tach
guys.
is a spokes guy.
Maple, final answer.
Check out the correct answer is maple.
Yeah.
That's
Good
what I'm
job,
talking
guys.
about.
Yeah.
And again,
Go
so
team.
For
What's
those
the
of you
name
who
our
are
team?
for those of you who are familiar with how this game works, the first questions are easier. I'm trying to get you guys comfortable.
Oh,
Man,
no.
that was hard.
That's a pretty hard question. Yeah.
I think maple was the obvious answer. At
That's
that
fair, and
point,
that's
yeah.
and you know what? And you're spot on, man. Good for you.
With all my knowledge, I knew it was maple.
All right, guys. Moving right along. Round 1, question 2. Category is world cities. Question is located near the head of the Nile Delta. What is Egypt's most populous city? One more time. Located near the head of the Nile Delta. What is Egypt's most populous city? You guys have 30 seconds.
I'm thinking Cairo, because that's the
Cairo.
capital.
Cairo.
That's where the revolution was, man.
Yeah,
Cairo.
It's got to be, right?
Okay.
Why would the revolution be in the smaller city? You wouldn't get anything done.
I don't know. Where was Prince? Where was Prince with the revolution?
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a stretch. Okay.
Cairo, I guess, is where we're gonna go. Final answer.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. The correct answer is Cairo.
You made it sound like it wasn't going to be Cairo.
I see what you did there.
He comes off disappointed.
I like to keep you guys on your toes. Alrighty, guys. Round 1, question 3. Category is presidents. Question is, in 1949, who presented his fair deal as part of his State of the Union address? One more time. In 1949, who presented his fair deal as part of his State of the Union address? You guys have
Jake,
30 seconds.
you know the secret
FDR.
You think it's FDR?
FDR?
I think.
He's a good person
president?
to have on our team.
1949.
The New Deal is FDR.
Yeah. I'm thinking that's around that
Would you like to hear the question one more time?
Yes.
Yeah.
One more time. In 1949, who presented his fair deal as part of his State of the Union address?
Okay, there's a difference between fair deal and New Deal. Those are two different things.
Yeah. 1949.
Well, who was president
Truman?
in 49?
Yeah.
Truman?
I'm not thinking.
Taft. No.
No, it wasn't Taft.
10 seconds.
Oh, crap.
I'm not actually
Great
paying any
Depression.
attention to how long it's
Truman?
been.
timer
Is he president then?
FDR
Truman?
served 3 terms, and it was through the Depression, which was in like 42, 43. So if he served 3
FDR.
terms, then it would have
He's
been.
got some conviction in
I'm
that
thinking-
statement.
That goes.
I know presidents,
I'm
but
agreeing.
I mean,
Jake, yeah, I'm agreeing with that.
All right,
All right,
Tach,
let's
he
do
re-
FDR.
I mean, but he repeated the question after I suggested that.
But he
so.
could be trying to fool you.
Yeah, he's trying to clarify.
Remember, he
something.
does that.
That
Remember, he does that.
motherfucker.
I guess we're gonna go FDR. Final answer.
Alrighty, guys, check it out. The correct answer is Harry S. Truman.
See, you guys don't listen to me. And what
You
does the
said
S
Truman.
stand for?
Isn't it just an S?
Somebody's not going to get the
That's
answer
right.
right.
Yeah.
I think it's just the letter
an
S.
That's right, yeah.
Alrighty, guys, that's the end of round 1. We're moving into round 2.
Damn,
you
we
guys
got
doing
2 points.
excellent so far. That's 66%. You guys are doing just fine.
I just moved it for the whole team.
Billy Joel was the one that said 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
There you go. See? All
Next
right.
question, who said this? Billy, never mind.
Nobody
Wouldn't
likes
that
an
right? I'm like, all right, well, now I got to find a new question. No. All right, guys. Round 2, your categories are we have science,
Science!
Yes.
Freud,
Come on, guys.
Blinded by science.
Everybody.
and
you have to say
birthdays.
Birthdays.
Science,
Go ahead.
Science!
All right.
Freud, and birthdays.
Okay, I
All
like
right.
those.
Round 2, question 1, category is science.
Science!
There we go. Question is asteroids, which are small, irregularly shaped bodies that orbit the sun, are most frequently found between what 2 planets? One more time. Asteroids, which are small, irregularly shaped bodies that orbit the sun, are most frequently found between what 2 planets?
It's Mars and Jupiter, right?
You guys have 30 seconds.
Come on, space guys.
It's got to be outside Earth, yeah.
Is
It's
Jupiter?
Mars and Jupiter.
Is
Did you say
Jupiter?
asteroids or hemorrhoids? Which one?
It goes Mercury, Venus,
Pass.
Earth, Mars.
Jupiter.
Jupiter's next?
Yeah, it's between Mars and Jupiter. That's
Yeah,
where the
yeah.
asteroid belt is.
That's the asteroid belt. Yeah, I like that answer. You guys
Saturn.
good with that?
Well, yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, too.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right.
Final answer?
Final answer: Mars and Jupiter.
All right, guys. The correct answer is Mars and Jupiter.
Ah, yes.
Nice. All
Like
right,
it.
guys. Round 2, question 2, categories Freud.
Freud.
Crap.
All right, question is a Freudian what is said to be when you mean one thing, but
Slut.
say your mother.
Let's say your mother.
Slip.
Yes.
One more time. A Freudian what
Slip.
is said to be when you mean one thing, but say your mother.
Slip.
What is it, Andrea?
Slip.
Slip?
Yes.
Slip.
Slip.
Are you sure on that?
Freudian slip.
That's the colloquialism for screwing up your comments of what you're trying to say. So yeah, Freudian slip is
Of your mother?
Yeah, it's like
Of
saying,
anything.
last night I was fucking my mom. I mean, my girlfriend. You know, that's it.
Yeah.
slip.
Yeah. Oh, well.
I say it all the time. It's
That was a bold one, man.
yeah.
All right,
just
guys.
giving examples.
Any more anything? Anything?
I think we're going with slip.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. The correct answer, that is a Freudian slip.
Yay! I got one.
I like
Good
it.
job, Andrea.
You helped.
I helped.
Excellent. All right, guys. Round 2, question 3 category is birthdays. Question is within 2 years either way. Okay, you can be 2 years high or 2 years low. That's okay.
Plus or
All
minus.
right. Within 2 years either way. Angelina Jolie, Bradley Cooper, and Kate Winslet were all born in what year?
1975.
One more time. Within 2 years either way. Angelina
know
Jolie, Bradley Cooper, and Kate Winslet were all born in what year?
1975.
Tach is you've got awful lot of conviction that you're right on that one. Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm thinking. Okay, so we do have the 2-year grace period.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking like 71, like early 70s.
I
don't
just
think
heard the
Angelina
other
Jolie's
day
that old.
Angelina Jolie turned like 41, 42, so that would put her in 77, 76.
75. But whatever.
Yeah.
Back set. Okay, so
You're in charge, Tach.
So we want to do late 70s. I think we should.
75?
I think we should figure out one way or the other instead of
79.
75.
79 would put her at 38. If she's 41 or 42, that would put it back to 75 or 76.
So should we do 75? Okay.
75.
Okay.
Can we answer in decimals?
Yeah.
Do you want this answer in binary? 1000111.
I picked B.
The answer is FDR.
What do you guys want to go with?
It's up
All
to you,
right,
Tach.
guys. Any more answers?
You've heard our input.
5.
1975.
75. Final answer.
75.
All right, guys. The correct answer is 1975.
Whoa. Right on
I
the
never doubted you. I didn't doubt
The
you.
reason I
75.
know this is because that's my year I was born, and I know what actors and actresses
Why
are
didn't you
my
just
age.
say that?
Oh, well, yeah.
That would have been more convincing.
Yeah, that would have been way more convincing.
I'm thinking you have a gay obsession with
Right?
How's it gay? They're beautiful women.
And Bradley Cooper.
And
And
Bradley Cooper.
It's a handsome man.
But let's be honest, all of us would also do Bradley Cooper. He is good looking.
That would be one exception.
If given the option, I would take him in a manly fashion. That's true.
Yes.
To do the turducken with.
It's those eyes. he would be our turfucking. Yes.
All right, guys. Moving right along. End of round 2. Moving into round 3. Round 3, your categories are we have space,
Space.
Nice.
Yes.
internet codes, and music.
Internet code?
That's all you
Music
babe.
sucks.
Internet codes and music.
We got all 3 right on the last one, right?
Yes,
You
we
did. You guys
Nice.
did quite well.
We've only missed 1 out of 6 so far.
5 of 6, yeah. Nice.
You're welcome.
Go team.
Round 3, question 1. Your category is space. Question is within 2 years either way. Okay? Too high, too low, that's okay. Within 2 years either way, in what year was the Hubble Space Telescope launched during a space shuttle mission? One more time. Within 2 years either way, in what year was the Hubble Space Telescope launched during a space shuttle mission?
89.
This is a tricky question because when it was launched is completely different. It's off by 5 years of when it was actually began to work because they had to replace the
Right,
mirror.
right.
But it said launch.
I say
Right.
89, I think is the correct.
89 for
89.
Hubble? I didn't think that. I think that's too soon.
It wasn't like Reagan or Nixon.
It was Reagan days.
Yeah,
I would
so
almost-
that'd be like 84.
Oh, wow. That's even further back.
No, I think 89.
Really?
I was
88,
thinking
89.
before
I was thinking
89.
80s too.
Already got
We have
you
a 2-year
10
grace
seconds.
period. All right, Tach, you pick it.
I say 89. Final answer.
I'm thinking sooner.
Alrighty, guys. The correct answer is 1990.
Well, we got it, though.
You got it right.
All
but-
1990. So you're still within tolerance. That's okay.
All right, good job.
Nice.
Yeah. We are on
Alrighty, guys.
Tach's backpack right now.
All right, moving right along. Round 3, question 2. Category is internet codes.
So this is Adam here.
Yep.
Question is among 2-letter country codes in internet addresses, ES, that's Echo Sierra, stands for what country? One more time, among two-letter country codes for internet addresses, ES, that's Echo Sierra, stands for what country?
Is that either Estonia or España?
You guys have 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
3 minutes.
All right?
Maybe
what I usually give.
Spain or Estonia. That's
It's
what I
not
can think
Spain. Spain is
Isn't Estonia spelled with an A?
Spain is Spain
of.
is
But it starts
ESP.
with ES, though.
It might be Estonia. Spain is ESP.
Oh,
So it's not.
Let's go Estonia.
Estonia? You think so?
What is FDR?
What is Franklin Delano Roosevelt in the New Deal?
Let's not rule that out.
I don't know. I don't know any other countries that could possibly be.
Estonia?
don't know.
Yeah.
Eastern Slovakia? No.
Andrea?
It's Estonia.
That's a reach.
Bingo.
There's so many countries.
All right, guys, 10 seconds.
I don't know the names
10 seconds.
of.
Do we get to we have to answer before the 10 seconds?
Well, I'm not paying any attention to the time at all.
Okay, all right.
El
But
Salvador?
Whenever I'm tired of waiting.
That's not bad, though.
It might be El Salvador. Oh, crap.
They have
Five.
internet? Neither does
We're-
any of these countries have internet.
Time
What do you
crunch.
guys want to go
Or
with?
McDonald's.
You pick it. El Salvador or
What is-
Estonia?
What is
Time
Let's
crunch.
do El Salvador.
El Salvador.
That was
was
the
E
risky
what?
one.
Yes.
El Salvador, final answer.
Alrighty, guys, check it out. The correct answer is Spain.
España.
I form my apology right now.
No, it's all good.
I ruled that out so easy. I thought there was a P at the end of it.
That is my favorite part of the game, too, is where everyone's mad at one guy.
My mixer just smoked over here.
Everybody
All the
just
peak-
forgot about that FDR thing.
Stupid.
Jake's like, I'm clear now. I'm good.
All right, guys.
I'm never living this down.
Moving right along, round 3, question 3, last question, the first half. Category is music.
Music, nice.
Question is, in what state was Bruce Springsteen born?
Okay, so this
One
one's
more
tricky,
time.
you guys.
One more time, hold on, whoa.
It's
For
not
the folks at
tricky.
home, in what state was Bruce Springsteen born?
All right, I feel like he's throwing us off with the word born because everybody knows the boss is from Jersey.
Yeah, and
But,
like
but born, though.
no, but
He
no,
keeps saying born.
No, no.
like-
Born in the USA.
but that's the thing. He was born in Jersey, but everybody thinks he was born in Philadelphia
Oh.
because he has the song "Streets of Philadelphia," and it's obvious he was born in the USA. That was a great song.
So maybe he doesn't even have the right answer.
it's Jersey. No, it's Jersey, bro.
We're saying Jersey.
I thought it was Jersey. So.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it's
over there?
Merritt Island,
Joyce?
Merritt Island, Florida. No, I don't know.
Wait a
right.
minute, let's hear him out though.
Maybe he's got a point.
I have no
Okay,
clue.
Adam.
I have no idea.
All right,
All right,
so
so-
we have 3 gentlemen saying New Jersey.
Oh, it's Jersey.
Andrea
we have
said
1
Jersey,
gentleman
too.
saying MI. We have 2 women. Okay, one's agreeing. What you got?
Boise.
Alrighty, guys. The correct answer is New Jersey.
All right.
Yes. Nicely done,
Yeah.
guys. Nicely done.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to talk him out of it again.
No, no, no.
I was
no,
really
no.
excited. I'm like, ooh, yes.
He's the talker outer guy.
He's like an advocate for Philly, but like he's from Jersey and he has the song about Atlantic City, so I knew it.
You know, that's
Nice.
actually a song by the band Atlantic City.
Yeah.
Well, most people don't know that, and I'm glad you
was
know
right.
that. Though.
You know
That's
what?
cool. That's
Yeah.
impressive, brother.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
USA.
And we're the youngest
yeah.
people here.
Yeah.
That's true.
Alrighty, guys. Moving right along. All right, end of the first half. I've got a halftime question for you.
Okay.
All right.
Here's how this works. I'm going to ask you guys a 4-part question. All right? You got to give me 4 right answers.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Can we just throw anything against the wall and you'll tell us if we get it
You
right?
better tell me which one is an answer and
damn.
which one is you just dicking around.
Okay.
All right,
I'm
guys.
scared.
So check out your halftime question is in any order. Name the 4 countries that hosted the Winter Olympics from 1998 through 2010.
I feel like
In
it's
any
possible.
order, give me the 4 countries that hosted the Winter Olympics from 1998 through 2010.
Vancouver is one of them.
I think Russia was one.
Yeah, Russia was one.
That wasn't after 2010?
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
good
wait.
point.
Oh,
What was that place called? Sochi? Sochi, Russia?
that might have been 20.
Oh, I do remember
12.
Oh, Russia. Good call.
Or is that the next
I
one?
know
Sochi?
Canada is for sure.
What about
one.
I just know Vancouver is all I know. Vancouver and
Vancouver?
maybe-
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, definitely.
Beijing? Was Beijing winter or summer?
That was summer.
That was summer. I knew it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's think.
Was there,
Didn't the U.S. host one
was
in
one
there?
in France?
Didn't
No.
we host
They
a
host,
winter?
it was in Georgia. I think that was the Summer Olympics.
Oh, okay.
Wait, you
no.
don't mean Georgia the state, right? Because
Yeah.
Atlanta was summer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I said Georgia was summertime.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay.
I thought we hosted something in like Colorado area or somewhere like that.
You're
for Winter
thinking of
Olympics.
We might have.
Canada did.
Canada did.
Yeah, I know there's Vancouver, and then I want to say there was one in France.
There,
too.
I mean, I don't know if it was.
Do you guys want
winter
to
or
lock in
summer.
any answers real quick?
We're gonna lock in.
We're
Vancouver. I think that's
definitely
safe.
locking in Canada. Let's not say
Okay, I have you
Vancouver.
locked in for Canada.
The country of Vancouver. Who is FDR?
Yeah. I'm trying to. No, it's
North Korea's, I think. No,
yeah, Nova Scotia maybe.
Wait, but there was a Seoul, right?
That's
Seoul.
South Korea?
Yeah.
Seoul Winter Olympics?
Or was it Seoul Summer? Though?
No.
That's crazy.
Ooh, freak.
Because South Korea
It's
isn't
hard.
like a winter mountainous, and they have to have them in mountainous areas.
That's what I'm
to
saying.
do
It's
the
so-
freestyle skiing and everything.
It's hard to tell the summer from the winter.
Aspen? I feel like
It's
you're
the
on track
snow.
with
That's the big
Colorado.
difference.
In Florida, it is hard.
No, we can just pick some countries at this point because I don't think we've got more than one.
I mean, I would say United States because I'm thinking
think
the
that is a
Colorado
safety.
one with the Aspen.
Yeah.
I think we had a U.S. Winter
I think
Olympics,
so.
guys.
I think
we
so.
I want
And
to say
then-
that's the one where Shaun White like exploded, but I think that's Vancouver.
like literally exploded.
Well, there was more than one.
It was a bloodbath.
He went up and he didn't
All right,
come
so
down.
shall we lock in the U.S. just because we don't know any other
United
ones?
States, yeah. Let's
All
spit
right.
that one out.
What was the Seoul one or whatever?
Yeah,
South, locked in
Korea.
for the U.S.
South Korea.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
not a mountainous winter country.
All
It's
right.
like, how would that even make?
What about Russia? Do you want to lock in Russia? It just
Russia.
seems like
So
they would
let's-
host a.
Fuck it, let's lock in because we don't know any other countries where the Olympics were. We can lock in South Korea, we can lock in Russia, Canada, and the U.S.
And at
Okay.
this point, I really want to know.
So
Yeah.
you wanted, all right, so one more time, you wanted
Ibiza.
South Korea,
South Korea,
U.S.,
U.S.,
Canada, and
Ecstasy
Russia.
Olympics.
Canada, and Russia. All right, guys, so check it out.
Please say we got none right.
Here's how this goes. All right,
Gentlemen,
in
do I have at least
19
one number right? Sorry.
in 1998, we had Nagano, Japan.
Japan.
No.
In 2002, we had Salt Lake City.
Utah. Hey, U.S.
Utah.
guys.
United
There you
States.
go, U.S.
We in there.
America.
In 2006, we had Turin, Italy.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
We didn't even come close to that one.
Not even like
Not even- no.
Didn't even touch Europe.
Yeah.
And then in 2010, we had Vancouver, Canada.
There you
Nice.
So we got two.
God.
So
Can I drop the mic right now? Or is that not good?
go.
Just on the carpet.
just put a
or on the
put a
stuffed
pillow down.
animal.
Oh, Canada.
And just like a second or whatever.
Lately
So what does that mean?
I mean that means you get 2 high fives out of 4. So good for you
Okay.
guys. I'm not actually keeping track. So
You said we needed all four. And, no.
I mean, hey, you know what? You still have my love and appreciation. There you go.
There you go.
Even though you guys, yeah. Oh, by the way, so I believe this upcoming year's Winter Olympics will be in Seoul.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes. And I think I might be wrong.
I think that's the Sochi one. I think that's Sochi, Russia. Because they're literally building a new
it's
city
the next one. I don't
just
know. We
to
got Seoul
host
coming up.
the Olympics.
Well, listen.
And they haven't built it yet.
We don't ever get political on Living Podcariously. However, we hope that Seoul is still there.
Yeah,
This
seriously.
whole presidential.
I know
yeah,
for the
bullshit.
summer one, the Brazilian one failed. They were not good hosts. I heard a lot of the athletes, the Olympic athletes, had a tough time staying.
Yeah,
where
because
they
they
were.
couldn't
these were
swim.
terrible.
You couldn't even hop in the water. It had so much bacteria they could not swim. Yes. Catch Ebola from doing a 100-meter dash or whatever the fuck it's called.
Get a
That is
tetanus shot.
disgusting.
Jeez.
Alrighty, that's the halftime.
All right.
That's the halftime. All right,
No
moving
cheerleaders?
moving into round 4. Oh, there we go.
There it is.
Round 4. Your categories are: we have geography, science,
Science.
and textbooks.
Oh,
Geography, science,
science.
and textbooks.
Textbook.
Round 4, question 1 category is geography. Question is, what is the name of the Mexican peninsula that lies between the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean Sea? One more time. What is the name of the Mexican peninsula that lies between the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean Sea?
Yucatan.
You guys have 30 seconds. Talk
that
amongst
what it is?
yourselves.
The Yucatan
Baja?
Peninsula.
I'm thinking, yeah.
Baja
that
Strip.
it?
Am I in the wrong?
The Yucatan Peninsula.
Is that really it?
That's my best
I have
guess.
no idea.
But no, it is in Mexico. I don't know if it's in the exact area that he's referring to, but the Yucatan Peninsula is in.
All right, we'll go with that. It's way better than me because I don't know
Wait, but let's
geography.
collect answers first because we went through that whole FDR thing and I looked like a idiot. So let's go around first before we choose.
Of course, no, Baja is the coastal side on the Pacific. That's
Baja
not
is
that.
just the name of the city or the region of California that it's in. So it's not the Baja Peninsula.
Yeah, that's true.
Yucatan.
All right, guys. Any answers? What are we locking
Go
in?
with that tag. Go to.
I think we're going with Yucatan Peninsula.
Alrighty, guys. The correct answer, that is the Yucatan Peninsula.
Right.
Totally
Nice.
redeemed yourself.
Nice.
Suck it, FDR.
All right, guys. Round 4, question 2 category is science. Science. All right, question is, providing the element's number, what is the isotope most commonly used to date archaeological specimens? One more time. Providing the element's number, what is the isotope most commonly used to date archaeological specimens?
So he's asking for carbon here.
CO?
Carbon
Is that
dating.
carbon?
But he's asking for the elemental number. Is that what you're
The
looking for?
number?
Give me that isotope.
I'm thinking it's like top 15.
Top 10.
Yeah, top 10.
Yeah.
It's an early number.
C. So
I mean,
I would
is there
say
is there a
2.
plus or minus 2 on this?
well, so
You know what? I'll give it 2.
2?
Go for it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, gravy.
carbon is the building blocks of everything in our existence. So
Let's
would
say 3.
carbon be like really low on the chart?
H is 1, and then I know nitrogen is in the top 3 as well. And maybe hydrogen as well. So hydrogen, nitrogen, and then O.
I'm thinking like 5 or 6.
Yeah, at least top 10. So if we want to be plus or minus 2, it might go
4?
more near
Yeah,
5.
that was good that you
So 4
negotiated
gets
that.
us to 6 or to 2. No, to 3. No, to 2. So that covers 2 to 6. So you want to go 4?
4 sounds good to me. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Right
4,
in there.
final answer.
All right, guys, going carbon 4.
Carbon 4.
All right, guys. The correct answer is carbon 14.
No.
Remember, isotope numbers are going to be higher than the actual number of the element.
We boofed that one.
That's
Crap.
I know. Sorry, guys. All right, round 4, question 3 category is textbooks. Question is, Dr. H.V. Carter illustrated what 1858 text? An instant success despite bad reviews in the British Medical Journal. One more time. Dr. H.V. Carter illustrated what 1858 text? An instant success despite bad reviews in the British Medical Journal.
Grey's Anatomy.
You guys have 30 seconds. Talk it out.
I was hoping textbooks was about the thing you covered them with in school.
Those things were sick, though. You get a highlighter green one. You're the coolest person in Spain.
Was that an actual answer to that? Grey's Anatomy?
Yeah.
I pick Grey's Anatomy.
Is that an actual answer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That's a real
That's a
book.
textbook.
I mean, I was thinking like symbols or something.
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. I'm
Grace-
just guessing. I don't know.
Well, your guesses have been phenomenal so far.
No.
Oh,
I don't know.
And you got the boof that we had for FDR. You actually knew the right answer.
yeah.
You did get the boof.
I don't know. I don't know.
Sure, go with that, Tech, because we don't know.
Grey's Anatomy?
Grey's Anatomy.
Alrighty, guys. The correct answer is Grey's Anatomy.
Nicely done, Tech.
Bingo.
Nice. All right. End of round 4. We're moving into round 5. Round 5, your categories are, we have German, abbreviations, and countries. German, abbreviations, and countries.
German abbreviations for countries.
Jur. What is
All right.
jur?
Round 5, question 1 category is German. Question is, what word for a ghostly counterpart of a living person is from the German for double walker? One more time. What word for a ghostly counterpart of a living person is from the German for double walker?
Is Frankenstein a German story?
No.
Could that be at root, like the
I
meaning
mean,
of that word?
That's relative, yeah. Coming back to life.
That is like a German or like Baltic story or whatever.
Just start naming vodkas from Russia or Germany.
Double walker.
Yeah, dude, I'd
Is that like two old people?
tennis balls on the
You're
bottom
on
of
to
the water.
something here. Something with that U that has two dots.
Can we
above
get the question
U.
one more time, Josh? Would that be okay?
Absolutely. All right. What word for a ghostly counterpart of a living person is from the German for double walker?
So, ghostly counterpart of a living person would be like a shade,
Wait, but doesn't you know what a doppelbock is, right?
like a doppelbanger.
It doesn't
Doppelganger?
doppel mean double?
Yeah,
good question.
Well,
Hey,
yeah,
good call.
yeah. I think that's German descent. Doppel. So that's like the second, but it would be
what
like
would be Walker.
What's walking in German?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Can I call a friend?
Lederhosering.
I'm thinking like this is a word that's like we use, but we didn't know it was German based. I'm guessing.
Yeah, this might be one of those.
So in the English
like
dialect,
poltergeist or something, you know. But
What if
that's
it
a
is
good point.
doppelganger?
I was going to say, in the English language and dialect, doppelganger is a word that we would commonly use.
Yeah, but that's somebody that looks like you. That's not somebody
Right.
like.
But it
I
could
like
be a
this.
ghostly image.
I like the sound of Poltergeist because that was a movie that had to do with like ghosts, I think, right?
Books flying off the walls.
That
Fucking
sounds
young Jake.
German.
Young Jake.
Second.
I don't know.
Well,
Well, Tack, you make the decision.
I don't wanna make
you
the
make
decision.
It's your
10
you're in charge.
seconds.
Time's up.
Okay,
guys.
hands up for doppelganger.
What? Yeah, go
like that
for
one.
it. Whatever.
3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll take
All
it.
right, well, doppelganger. Final
Alrighty,
answer.
guys. The correct answer is doppelganger.
Oh, nice.
wow.
Get it.
I'm
Andrea,
impressed with us.
That was so much fun watching you guys work that out.
And he redeemed himself. Finally.
Yeah, a little bit. I was trying to talk him out of it, though. I was like, doppelganger? Like, no.
You were just playing devil's advocate, man. You were just testing how sound his theory was.
I put the options out there. That's my job.
We're pretty smart, man. We should go to community college or something.
We should all go play trivia together as a team.
We should
I'm
all
just
go
saying,
up Wednesday
just-
night to Village Idiot and play trivia together.
Yeah.
It's a rough night.
Ding.
We should be team living podcariously.
True talk. That'd be awesome. All right, guys. Moving right along. Round 5. Question 2. Category is abbreviations. Question is the non-state U.S. postal abbreviation AS, that is Alpha Sierra, stands for what?
Arkansas.
One more time.
Non-state.
The non-state
Non-state.
U.S. postal abbreviation
Arkansas.
AS, that is Alpha Sierra, stands for what?
Non-state territories. It's not Arkansas.
Alaska.
Alaska's
Alaska's
AL.
a state.
Or AK.
No.
It's not AS.
What else is
So
a
think of
non-state.
districts. Think of
Virgin Islands.
right.
Puerto Rico?
Oh, man. Antigua.
You already used that word.
Boof.
Americans. Americans.
Oh, American
Yes.
Samoa.
What?
Genius, man.
Is that what it is?
That's Andrea.
That's
Did we just walk into that one?
Genius.
What is that?
I don't know
Dude.
what that is. I was just sounding out syllables.
There is an American Samoa, though.
What is that?
There's also... No, there is an American Samoa. But I don't think it's a... Man. Why are we doing... I'm 25, all right? Why are we depending...
You guys
Let's
have
pass
10 seconds.
I have no idea.
I say that is our best answer, and
She's batting 1,000 right now. So
Yeah, we boofed one, we can boof another.
all right.
Right?
Yeah, the District
All
of
right.
American Samoa.
That thing, American Samoa. I haven't never even heard of this.
Alrighty, guys, check it out. The correct answer is American Samoa.
Wow.
Oh my
I've
god!
never even heard of that.
Nicely done.
I don't even know
She
what that
pulled
is.
it from the fucking ether.
Yes, she did. Yes, that was her.
You guys were all way off, and she's like, American Samoa?
That was her doppelganger talking to her.
I'm over here trying to keep quiet. I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Josh is like, no one ever gets this at trivia night. How did Andrea Joy just pull that off?
Wow.
Like, she's half paying attention. Like, what's going on? Boom, American Samoa. Nice.
It's freaking incredible.
That was amazing.
That's so funny.
All
Tack
right.
is crying over.
I'm only laughing because never mind. I'm not gonna. Good job, Andrea.
Crying too.
Alrighty, guys. Round 5, question 3. Category is countries. Question is, what country is also known as the Hellenic Republic? One more time. What country is also known as the Hellenic Republic? Talk amongst yourselves.
Wow.
What is Helsinki? Like, where is that? You know what I mean?
So, no.
What?
Because Hellenic sounds like it's related to Helsinki.
What is Helsinki?
It's a town. It's a city in a different
In what-
country.
Oh,
That's what I was asking.
oh.
It's like, what, Transylvania?
Is it near Minsk?
Ooh,
That's where
is that
vampires
right?
live.
Russia, Sweden. No.
Hellenic.
Greece.
From hell.
I don't know. I actually
The only
forgot
Italian I
what
would
the
have here was
question
Hellenic.
Oh. you're almost
Helen
up
of
to
Troy. Troy was.
Helena Bonham Carter.
Was that even Greece? I don't even know where the fuck that was.
Wait, what was it?
Ancient Greece? Is that Helen of Troy? Is that the right era, the right
Yeah.
time, right location?
I forgot the question.
So did I.
Can you repeat it one more time, Josh?
One
One more time. All right. What country is also known as the Hellenic Republic?
Hellenic Republic.
No idea.
I want to go with like something Scandinavian. The Hellenic reminds me of like,
No, but I like
Sweden.
I like the Greek element, like throwing in.
yeah, no,
I don't know.
don't doubt that. But would Troy was like technically in Rome, I think, instead of Greece, because it was across the sea. From Athens.
Andrea, pull it out. What do you got?
No.
Do it 2 times in a row. I'm emptied.
She's gonna go Nicaragua. That's actually where it is.
All right, let's pick Nicaragua.
No.
No.
Where the hell is Wyclef Jean from?
right.
I feel like that's like
Yeah.
related.
Barbados or something.
It's Haiti.
Is it Haiti? Okay. All right. I don't know.
They're not
I don't
doing
attack.
too
You
well.
gotta
What's the
pick
answer?
one. You gotta pick one, buddy.
I don't even know what the choices are.
I'm willing to say
Greece or
I think he was
Rome.
going
I
somewhere
can
with this.
go-
It's either Greece or Rome. Was for if we're going with Helen of Troy and the mythological behind the mythos behind that. I mean,
That is a stronger basis.
So
I
you're
think,
going
than
with
the town
Italy?
of Helsinki.
Italy,
Well,
Rome.
I would keep it Greece almost, because when it becomes Italy,
Italy
what
or
is
Greece?
related to Helen anymore?
It is. We are looking for country here.
So
Italy.
Greece or
Italy or Greece? Okay, hands. Italy.
Your choice.
Italy. Greece.
I
All right, we're going with Greece. Final answer.
Alrighty, guys. The correct answer is Greece.
Nice.
Great.
That was
Nice. Good job.
We are barely getting through these, you guys.
Right, barely. Yes.
You guys are
Right.
doing awesome. Like, compared to most teams, like, as I'm scoring these, you guys are...
Somehow.
You would be in first, probably.
Somehow.
I do the Florida beer
Dude.
trivia like regularly, and we could win free beer every Thursday. Like people do not. The questions are way easier than this.
Yeah.
It's like name that '90s sitcom, but you just see the star of it, and we're like, oh, Dawson's Creek, of course. We can definitely do that.
These are. Oof.
End of round 5. Moving into round 6. Round 6, your categories are, we have inventions, historic U.S. buildings, and Latin. Inventions, historic U.S. buildings, and Latin.
All right.
Round 6, question 1 category is inventions. Question is, in 1824, a British bricklayer invented the Portland type of what substance? One more time. In 1824, a British bricklayer invented the Portland type of what substance?
The Portland
The
type,
what I
Portland
don't
type.
get.
The type that is specific to the town of Portland.
but he's British.
Maybe there's a port. I don't know. I don't know how that's there, but I'm just giving you what I have.
Okay, that's fine.
That's all I got.
So bricklayer.
Substance.
So a guy invented
So this would be mortar. I mean, is that what we
a
would go
certain
with?
type of substance in
Thinking something
1820?
like cement or something.
And
like that.
yeah, it's a
be-
long time ago, so it's got to be a simple.
Right.
Would we literally go with something as simple as brick and mortar? So the mortar,
No, well, really?
the mortar isn't that the putty that you would lay down between each
Oh,
brick?
okay, yeah.
Isn't that what that is? Isn't that what the mortar
Feeling
is?
like when they say Portland version, it's related to England. It's more of like a marine version. Like a port, like a sea capable version, right?
Yeah.
Not like
Maybe
the
from the
town
west.
of Portland's version.
Instead of like a city, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's throwing me off. That's that part of the question is really throwing me off.
So we
Yeah,
have
the
to, yeah,
Portland part.
we have to decide
I think
if
we
it's
have
like,
way too much information.
What year
in the
was it?
question.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Bunch of red herrings, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What year was it?
1823?
1824.
24.
24.
And I'm guessing they're giving that type because if you were the one person on Earth who worked in this field, you would think, oh, I know what they're talking about.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Best thing I've heard so far is what Adam said.
Definitely
mortar?
go with something like
Or-
a surface or cement or mortar or something like that.
Yeah.
Some
I'm
quick
thinking
drying.
Shall we?
Mortar.
Whatever.
Sure.
What you
I'm
got,
thinking.
guys?
I can't come up with anything better.
I guess mortar?
Alrighty,
Final
guys.
answer?
The correct answer is concrete.
Oh,
Damn, and you said
cement.
concrete too.
Concrete.
even simpler.
I'm leaving.
We're
Moving
close.
right along, round 6, question 2, category is historic U.S. buildings. Question is, a centerpiece of the 1962 World's Fair, what tower drew inspiration from science fiction and a German TV tower? One more time, a centerpiece of the 1962 World's Fair, what tower drew inspiration from science fiction and a German TV tower.
Is this something as easy as the needle? The Space Needle in Seattle? Because that's drawing on
1962,
sci-fi.
you said?
Was that at the World's Fair?
I don't know where the World's Fair is. The World's Fair,
1962.
is the World's Fair
62.
always in the same place?
No.
I'm trying to think.
not.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
because
yeah.
it was in
The World's Fair is
Chicago in the
always-
1800s.
It's always
H.H. Holmes and all that.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
And the Space Needle definitely would have been erected by 1962.
Erected. Good work.
Erected. Fully erect.
So what other towers could there have been?
Eiffel.
Eiffel?
But for
Not the World's Fair.
Germ, yeah.
World's
not?
Fair is an American thing, isn't it?
What's the one in Chicago?
But it's
though?
the
right,
Sears
world.
Tower.
Sears Towers in Chicago.
But that's not what did the clues he gave? Something.
World's Fair is in Chicago as far as I know, but I don't
can you
know if
repeat
it's
the question
always
one
in
more
Chicago.
A centerpiece of the 1962 World's Fair, what tower drew inspiration from science fiction and a German TV tower?
I don't know where the German
Can't
TV
be
tower
just
comes
like
from.
a normal
Shit,
tower. It's
yeah.
got to be like the Space Needle or something like
It's
that.
Sci-fi,
Oh.
sci-fi tied into that's got to make it Space Needle.
Especially since it's like German inspired.
Let's go
Yes,
with that.
some German TV tower is going to have some
All
way
right.
ridiculous antenna because they just didn't get the newer antenna, so they just build it taller than. You know.
Tape it taller.
Put
So
two of them
Space
together.
Needle? You guys
Oh,
want to go
yeah.
Space Needle?
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right.
That's what we're going with.
Alrighty, guys. The correct answer, that is Seattle's Space Needle.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Good
Nice.
smartest
You guys
guy
are
in the
batting
world.
1,000. I thought these were interesting and difficult, and they were not.
Well, we've missed four. So we've missed four plus
Sounds
the
like my
bonus
album.
half-point question.
Literally
Alright.
the hardest one of all time.
You guys are doing well. All right. Round 6, question 3 category is Latin. Question is from Horace comes what 2-word bit of advice literally meaning seize the day? One more time.
Carpe diem.
This is your last question?
Me and Andrea got
It's
it.
kind of like one of like bottom of the bucket type thing. All right. From Horace comes what 2-word bit of advice literally meaning seize the day?
Andrea, Jinx, 3, 2, 1. Carpe diem.
Well, he's
Alrighty,
got to
guys.
say it anyway. So that was great.
From a
but-
horse,
You should
right?
just throw something completely out. Josh, that would be e pluribus
Hakuna
unum.
Matata.
I guess we're going to go Carpe Diem.
Alrighty, guys. The correct answer is carpe diem.
Nice.
I know. All right. So I do have a final question for you, though.
Ooh, all right.
Here's how this works. All right. I'm going to give you 4 choices.
Okay.
You guys have to put them in order based on the criteria that I give you. All right. If you get every single one of them correct, good for you. We're not actually playing for money or anything. But all right.
I was like, what do I get?
If even one part's wrong, then that's But, all right, guys.
Womp womp.
So check it out. Question is based on square mileage. Put the following islands in order. The largest in total area down to the smallest. One more time. Based on square mileage, put the following islands in order. The biggest in total area to the smallest. Alphabetically, we have Cyprus, Iceland, Sicily, and Sri Lanka. Cyprus, Iceland, Sicily, and Sri Lanka.
So Sri Lanka is larger than you would think. Cyprus is very small.
Iceland
is
pretty
the same.
big.
Iceland's giant
Iceland's giant, but
in comparison to
you're
those.
I feel like you're underestimating Sri Lanka at that point, though.
Yeah, I don't know
because
Sri
it's
Lanka
not
at all.
It's not in a circular shape like Iceland. It's more of
Well, yeah, so to
Like
divide it, I'm thinking it's Sri Lanka and Iceland and then Sicily and
Sicily's
but
definitely.
okay, so Iceland and Sri Lanka, which one would we do the biggest?
I would
say
Iceland.
Iceland.
Yeah, and then I would go.
Then Sri Lanka?
But let's talk about Sicily though.
You think so?
Who can picture it in their mind? Because
Sicily?
I cannot.
Not compared
I
to
have
Sri
no idea.
Lanka.
is it smaller than Cyprus? Is
I
what
know
I'm getting
Cyprus and I know Iceland.
Oh,
I don't know
Cyprus.
the other two at all.
at. Yeah, what I'm getting at is it smaller than Cyprus? Because Cyprus is
Cyprus is
noticeably
fucking
small.
tiny.
Fuck.
Yes.
Right, but they are very literate.
Sri Lanka.
More
What,
literate
what,
than
what part of
us.
the world Sri Lanka? Help me out here. Is that Indonesia?
Sri Lanka is in that Mediterranean Sea, Middle East area. You know,
Really?
like near. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that area
Is that-
at all. I mean, I know the area, but
directly under Asia, but where all those mix-up of seas are.
oh yeah, that's the Indonesian, like where the they got hit by the 2004 tsunamis. Yeah.
In terms of underestimating Sri Lanka, though, is Cyprus clearly bigger?
Cyprus
We
is
don't-
like I'm thinking that's clearly the smallest.
Oh,
Cyprus
clearly the
is the
smallest.
smallest.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, because I think Sicily is a little bit larger
It's like
than
a
that.
second to last.
Yeah, Sicily's not
So
that
we're gonna
small.
go Cyprus. We have to go make them in order of smallest to largest or largest to smallest.
Biggest to smallest.
It would help if I held the microphone. Okay, so from biggest down to
All right,
smallest.
so we'll start at Iceland,
All right,
then
right.
Sicily.
Sri Lanka.
Just spun that globe a little bit more in 6th grade. It would have.
I know.
What are our
few
four
more
again?
spins. It would have been.
There's
good.
one in the garage.
So we'll go.
Get
Go
it?
cheat real quick.
It's the bonus.
So we go Iceland,
Yep.
Sri Lanka,
Sri Lanka,
Sicily, then Cyprus.
and Cyprus.
Yeah, I
Like
would
he
say.
said, that's the one we're doing.
All right.
You guys are you're positive?
yeah.
No,
No,
of course
not
not.
at all.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Okay. All right. That's
Jesus.
fine. All right, guys.
I believe in you guys.
Trick question. One of them doesn't even exist.
Right?
No, I'm kidding.
Psych. All right. So check it out. All right. At 39,315 square miles, we have Iceland.
Right on.
Right.
At 25,200 square miles, we have Sri Lanka.
Right on. Okay. Yeah. Stay
At
with it.
9,908 square miles, we have Sicily.
Oh yeah. Nice. We got it.
And at 3,572, we have Cyprus. So Iceland, Sri Lanka, Sicily, and Cyprus.
That is what we said, right?
Nice. Yeah.
Okay.
That's,
Yeah.
Exactly
like-
it.
that's how we
Fucking
got it.
smartest group of people in Brevard
Yeah.
County right here.
That was amazing.
You guys really killed it. I have a bonus if you'd like.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I can't even read.
Okay, so within 1 million either way.
A million either way.
Within $1 million either way.
We get $1 million either way. This is awesome.
$1 billion.
Within 1 million either way, how much did the 1997 film Eight Heads in a Duffel Bag gross domestically?
This is all tack because
No,
tack is our
don't put it all on me.
How much did the 1997 film Eight Heads in a Duffel Bag gross domestically?
Dude, I'm thinking
So that
like
means
12.
just in the U.S.
Yeah, just in U.S. domestically. Yep.
I
38 million.
So that sounds like Japanese torture porn or something.
I'm thinking. Who said 12? I'm thinking that's pretty close.
It's like I'm thinking a low millions, but somewhere, breaking 10. But nothing crazy.
There was a year on
I
that
think
too.
it's pretty good.
I mean, it came out in 97.
So you gotta
and for that time
decrease your
period,
millions.
Not necessarily,
already.
because you still have
Yeah.
gigantic movies like Titanic around that same time too. So not necessarily.
This was 8 heads in a duffel bag, right?
Yeah, that's not
Yeah, this is-
Blockbuster. That's not.
No, I think he's pretty close with
Sounds
12 million.
fascinating.
all right. Go for it.
Let's say that. I'm gonna pass on this one.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know this at all.
I'm thinking they lost money either way, but like 12 million.
It was a
if you
Joe
want.
Pesci classic, sir. No, I'm just kidding.
Definitely not.
My cousin Vinny is a Joe Pesci
Yes.
classic.
Thank you.
Eight Heads in a
Uh-huh.
Duffel Bag was something you watched
The
on
two-
Comedy Central when nothing else was on.
The two Utes.
Wasn't that on Mystery Science 3000?
Oh my God, they should. That'd be great.
All
So
right,
I guess
Zach.
we're gonna go with 12 million.
12 million. Awesome. So the correct answer is $3,602,884.
Wow.
Ouch.
84.
Yeah, they even calculated like down to like $84.
The
I'm
last.
like, I paid $4 to go, and that was
Yeah.
me. Oh.
Guys, that's it. Like,
All right.
I'm
That
out.
was
Fantastic.
awesome.
Dude, you
That
guys
was,
did fantastic. You guys were awesome.
Josh, very good hosting of our version of It's Game Time, also known as Your Trivia Nights up at Village Idiot Pub in Cocoa Village. So we'll have to come up and see
I
you.
definitely want to go now
Yeah.
with this team.
I think we'll do very well. Yeah.
Did
What
he
do we
just?
win if we win there?
That's a great
I
question.
do believe they have bar tabs there.
Ooh.
I think it's 30, 20, and 10 for first, second, and third.
Nice.
Again, I'm not 100% on that. I don't write those. But, yes, they are bar tabs. First, second, and third place. Fourth place gets my love and adoration. Fifth place cleans the bathrooms.
Tack, you should try their root beer.
They're root
And
beer.
cream soda.
Sarsaparilla.
And orange soda.
And also something called Viking's Blood. Because,
It's a mead.
My God, that's a great beer. Yes.
I've got 2 gallons of my own mead brewing at home.
Really?
Oh my God, it's amazing.
Is it red or no?
What's
Like-
that?
Like Viking's blood? Red?
No, it's a beer color. It's a yellow, but a darker yellow color.
Oh, okay. Like,
But it's a 19% alcohol beer.
what?
It is fucking ridiculous.
Well, so it's mead. It's a honey wine.
yeah.
It's honey
Oh.
wine brewed with some hibiscus and a bunch of other
So
stuff.
it doesn't taste like a 19%er.
No,
it sneaks up on you. It's a little boozy. It does taste boozy.
They serve it to you in a snifter style drinking glass. So when you drink it, you have to hold a pinky out or roll everything. Like, your R's have to be longer and more pronounced.
I do know we have Iron Oak Post down in Melbourne, and they will serve it to you in a horn.
Oh, nice.
A chilled horn. It is amazing.
Oh,
that's
awesome.
a free plug for them.
Hell yeah.
So for those that don't know what mead is, though,
So mead
totally
is...
not me. I know what mead is.
It's all good.
Asking for a friend.
So like where beer is brewed with like grains,
Floral?
like
Okay.
grains and stuff, and wine is grapes, mead is honey. So you
All right.
take the honey, you introduce your yeast to it, and then
Yeah.
it ferments into a wine.
Okay.
Spot on accurate. All right. Let's wrap up the show. Let's get out of here. We're going to not do Guyry. We're going to
we're
save.
not doing Guyry?
No, we're going to save the questions this week because we're pushing our 2-hour limit for the show. So we're going to save those questions for next week. So look for an extra long Guyry for next segment. No,
All
no
right.
apologies necessary. That was a fucking blast of a game.
Oh, good. I'm glad you guys had a great
Dude,
time.
that was awesome.
Because we won.
We
Killed it.
won, yeah. If we would have lost, you'd be like, oh.
You guys definitely came in first.
Right.
But we also came in 5th. So all of you clean the bathrooms on your way. All right. So let's get some plugs out of the way real quick. We've done this already during the shows themselves, but let's go through real quick and get some plugs. So, John, talk a little bit about your podcast again.
Yeah.
And where can people go to find you?
It's called Funny to Informing. It's on iTunes, Google Play, Castify, Castbox.fm. If you just Google it, it'll come up. It's a little caricature of my face. A lot of dude bro humor, relevant topics.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Cool.
Make sure you give them a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. That really means a lot to us podcasters out
Yes.
there. So
that makes me
please.
look good to sponsors and stuff like that. So
Exactly.
yeah, I would love it. Would love it.
Cool. Jake, where can our listeners go to find you, and where can we go and watch it here soon?
Yeah, so Tru Phonic, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram. Both of the tags are Tru Phonic Official. That's true without the E on the end. TRU Phonic with a PH. Our singles at truphonic.bandcamp.com. You can listen to it for free a couple times. Buy it if you want, but please don't miss the December 8th at Florida Beer Show with Love Valley and Anya and the Dreamers. It's a one of a kind show you're not going to see anywhere else in the county. And it's a really big emphasis on people that are locally growing new original music.
December 8th.
It's awesome.
December 8th, 7 at Florida Beer.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Florida Beer Company is a great place, too.
Yeah.
It's a really
And
cool place.
they're doing a lot of things to make it fun for all ages, so you don't have to be beer drinking age to be there.
Nice.
So hopefully we have more than one food truck, but for now we have a great Memphis barbecue truck there. But just please get the December 8th show in your schedule, and you'll get the whole gist on Tru Phonic just being there.
Very, very cool. Yeah. All right. Josh, so obviously come up every Wednesday night. We'll see you up hosting trivia up at Village Idiot Pub.
Absolutely, that's me.
So do you have anything else you want to plug?
I got a couple projects in the works. I will bring those up maybe at a different one once I have those more solidified. But yeah, you'll be hearing a whole lot more of me, guys.
Dude, if you enjoy this, work with Tach, and let's get you up here maybe once a month or something like that to do some It's Game Time, the trivia edition. You're a hell of a good host. You've got that voice. You've got the charisma. So you do a really, really good job with it.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it, and I'm down. I'll do it.
This was such a good time, yeah.
Sweet. Hell yeah.
Loved it.
All right, Andrea, where can our folks go to find you? Because that's something we're going to really be promoting here recently with giving away some stuff on our podcast for Brent Allen Salon for some gift certificates and for, Tach, do you want a free massage?
That place.
Go ahead, baby.
Just to reiterate, go ahead.
Brent Allen Salon and Day Spa. I figure we'll just make a commercial and put all the details.
Bottom line is they've given us a shit ton of stuff to give away, so we're going to be giving away gift certificates for free massages, for free pedicures and manicures.
Actually, the
and stuff like
massages are gone.
You already took them. No, not for our listeners. Let's get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for listening. For our guests, thank you all so much for coming in tonight. Even Sam, who's quiet and beautiful, sitting on the couch over there. Jake,
Thank you, Adam.
Yeah, dude, of course.
Yeah.
Josh, we'll see you up there Wednesday, buddy.
Absolutely, guys. We can't wait to see you.
All right, guys. On behalf of Living Podcariously, I'm Adam.
I'm Tach.
I'm Andrea Joy.
And thank you very much to our guests tonight. We really appreciate it. All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Hey, remember we had that listener event?
Yeah, our first ever listener event from Living Podcariously.
Yeah, 7/7/7, July 7th.
Giant success. In fact, we just gave Keith with the Children's Hunger Project his money from that event that we raised.
Indeed, we did. Hey, what was that beer that was donated for the event?
That was from Bug Nutty Brewery. That was called the Nutty Idiot. It was a medium-bodied lager. I don't remember the ingredients that they had in it, but man, it was good. We served 300 pours, all 300 possible pours that we could have out of their donation. We served very, very quickly that night.
Yeah, it had like an Asian flavor to it or something. It was like, I don't know what it was. It was interesting. It was cool, though. I loved it.
I think a little bit of a sesame flavor.
Yes.
I'm going to have to get that ingredient list from them. But yeah, that was really, really good. Our boy Ray Burrito also does comedy up there every third Thursday at Bug Nutty Brewery here on Merritt Island. He does the third Thursday comedy night up there.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
It's a really cool list. Every time I've been up there, it's amazing comics.
Nice.
Andrea, did you try the beer that night?
Oh, yes. It was wonderful.
She's not a beer drinker, can you tell?
Don't say it like that.
I wasn't standing at the game all night. I had plenty of time to drink beer.
Yeah, John and the guys over at Bug Nutty certainly hooked us up. So we want to send all of our listeners, if you're looking for a good microbrew, especially in Brevard County, there's a lot of them out there, and Bug Nutty is by far one of the best.
They are located at 715 North Courtney Parkway, Merritt Island. Give them a call at 321-452-4460 or email them at manager@bugnutty.com.
Are you using the same mic?
I'm going to just do the intro for you. And then
Well,
I'll
let's get Motown here then.
Yeah. You rolling? All right. Hey guys, it's Adam with Living Podcariously and the Twisted Tin podcast from Dichotomy Media. Joining us tonight and opening the show for us tonight for this episode of Living Podcariously, Mr. Jake Salter of, with, and in the band Tru Phonic. See, I tied them all in there.
Yeah, talent.
So he's going to perform a song for us. Also, check out on the episode, on this podcast, you'll hear the actual studio version of one of his new singles. We highly encourage you guys to go check it out. Buy it for $1, buy it for $10 if you want. But hook him up and enjoy.
Listen for free up to 3 times.
Or listen for free.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? This is Jake Salter. Make sure you check out Tru Phonic on Facebook. Thanks to Living Podcariously for having me. This song is called Crying Shame. I always wanted to write a blues standard, and it's about my loving relationship with alcohol. All right, here we go.
Well, it's a crying shame, and I'm still loving you. Ain't that the truth? One of these days I'm gonna have to choose. That's why it's such a crying shame that I'm still loving you. Well, it's a crying shame. I mean, we're crying at all. Though tears may fall, I still like my alcohol. That's why it's such a crying shame that I'm even crying at all. Oh, it seems I've loved and lost another for the 10,000th time. Yeah, angry and confused. I was a fool to forget that I'll always be alone, just shamefully so crying over you. Still it's a crying shame, and I seem to be up there soon. And ain't that the truth? I know it's all probably 'cause of booze. That's why it's such a crying shame that I'm heartless too. And as my luck would have it, I see I've reached my limits with such a saddening point of view. I'm true to my desire. Almost in waiting for suppression, just shamefully so crying over you. Shame, I'm still loving you. Ain't that the truth? I know it's all probably because of booze. That's why it's such a crying shame that I'm shamefully so crying over you.
Thank you. That was fun. Thanks, y'all. I appreciate that.
You're listening to Living Podcariously, bringing you real men's perspectives, unfiltered, unapologetic, and uncensored. Recorded live in the Living Podcariously studio in world-famous Cocoa Beach, Florida.
My own CD. I kicked my own ass to learn how to sing. And after I went to somebody, made sure that I wasn't doing it in vain, that I actually had potential as a singer anyway.
Sure.
So
well, after what we just heard, I'd say, yeah, you've got some potential.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
You're going to go big places, kid. See?
I'm going to buy my way into it if I can't make it for real.
Also joining us, he just hosted the Twisted 10. So if you want to go check out this episode, it was a really, really fun episode from... Tach, help me out here. Help me out from funny to informing. Yes, see, we know what's going on. John Hannan from Central Florida over in Orlando area, part of the Podcast Mafia, are you part of the PDC as well, Podcast Discovery Center?
No networks, no
we'll
channels.
Talk about that. Yeah. It's more of a group, an online group. It's not like a network. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, it's just where people go to collaborate together, podcast hosts. They've got about 1,500 podcasters.
Oh, yeah. I'm all about that.
It's a really cool community.
Right
it's like Podcast Mafia, just on a larger scale, an international scale. It's really cool.
Good. Yeah. Because I've been looking to get out of not to get out of Orlando, but just to see what else is out there, you know, other states.
PDC's pretty cool. You'd like it. You'd like it a lot. But he's joining us tonight, fresh off the boat of hosting the Twisted 10.
Yeah, Thanks for having me on again. I'm just sitting here chilling this time.
Absolutely. And a little bit later in the show, Tach, usually... And I'm hoping I'm not stepping on your toes here, but usually...
What, you mean bringing in a guy to take my job? It's cool.
Kind of. Just a little, maybe.
It's fine. Whatever. It's whatever.
It's because we miss your assistant.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe if you bring her back.
Maybe so.
What
yeah. Oh, my God.
What assistant?
You don't remember?
It hasn't been that long.
With the girl who stole all this stuff from here? What? That we were talking about?
During game time.
No.
Oh, you're a computerized assistant.
Yes.
I thought you were talking about the girlfriend that came in the house and stole shit. All right.
Stole shit?
She didn't actually steal anything.
Stuff?
She stole Tach's heart.
No, she did not. Definitely not.
Is this like a Joaquin Phoenix and her type thing?
Yes. But I want to introduce Mr. Joshua Taylor. Do you go by Joshua or Josh?
Josh is fine.
Josh Taylor?
Figures.
Perfect. He's got that voice. Listen to that voice.
And the worst part is that's my actual voice. Like I don't I go day to day. Like I work at a bank. Like I am the silky smoothest voiced bank teller you've ever worked with.
Get it?
I'm switching banks.
Do it. You won't.
I'll just go every day. Just say, oh, I don't have a deposit. I just want to say hey.
I want to talk to the silky guy.
This is the funniest thing to watch when you don't recognize the voices yet. Like, at least
the
through
guests
headphones.
do that.
And that might have been the best intro to Living Podcariously we've had so far, Tach. Just saying. All right, I am Adam. I'm one of your regular hosts of Living Podcariously. Special thanks to Mr. Jake Salter for hooking us up with a nice performance in studio.
All right.
Our listeners heard that prior to the intro to the show as well, so it literally fell before the show even started. So good, awesome opening performance.
Thanks, man.
Nice spot. Nice
Definitely.
spot.
Wish I would have had a vocal warm-up, but I appreciate it. I just came fresh from River Rocks trying that.
Ooh, gross. You came at River Rocks?
Yeah, I came at River Rocks.
Interesting.
Everywhere.
And they took $10 off the bill because they were like, that's impressive. We like your effort. $10 off.
So we
I
have
should go out to eat with you.
Yeah,
I love bargains.
I'm coming everywhere.
I'll do it with you. That's 20% off.
Challenge
trail home.
accepted.
So we have a full studio tonight. Let's introduce everybody that we got. Obviously, our host first.
Oh, well, my name is Tach. I'm your usual host, as always, and
That's right.
sitting across from me.
Well, I already said hi. My name was Adam.
No, you didn't.
I didn't?
Nope.
Yeah.
All right,
that
I'm
was
Adam.
the first thing you said.
Oh, okay.
All
Oh,
right.
well, at least you got that out of the way. Over there in Lady Chase.
Hi, this is Andrea Joy.
Andrea Joy. We don't have Mr. Wilson tonight.
Nope.
He's in Colorado. What? Because I said
I'm
Mr. Wilson.
really, like, from the bottom of my heart, I'm so proud of you.
I'm proud too. I'm tired of touching
That was
your
the first
dick.
time.
And so let's go around the room. First off, we just heard the performance out of Mr. Salter.
Yes,
so
sir.
Jake Salter with, in, and of Tru Phonic.
Yes, sir. Most people know me from the popular bands of this area anyway, like Generalize. We've been on local radio stations and stuff. It's not a band anymore, but I mainly played with other people my whole life.
Yep.
And Tru Phonic is my breaking out as a front man and sort of all the responsibility falling on me.
Actually, recently I tried reaching out to Generalize. I don't.
Yeah, there was.
Was it you?
I mean, we
and-
can get into that.
Oh no,
later.
it was
That's
you.
A great story. Actually.
That's right. It was you with also performer on the show, Mr. Mike Burns, right?
Right. You've
Okay,
had Mike
cool.
Burns on an episode, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can get his account of the story if you did, and then
No. We didn't get into any
player's
drama.
account
Oh,
of the story. You didn't?
A little
Drama.
bit of meat behind this stuff. I don't think so. I don't think we got into any.
It represents a
stories.
bigger problem for bands that happens between.
Sure.
They never really grow up, so they fight like kids at a certain point, and then
Podcast hosts do the same thing. Let me tell you.
no, we don't.
No, we don't.
See.
What are you
Saying.
talking about?
All right. So yeah, we'll talk about Generalize a little bit later, but I especially want to talk about Tru Phonic and some of the
Yeah.
stuff you guys are producing and publishing and
I appreciate it,
making
man.
available for us.
yeah. So I kind of used all the influences from the bands I've been playing with before to finally write.
I
As soon as they hear a
just did
voice.
it. I'm like,
Oh, you did
who
it?
just said? Oh, it was John. I had to look around like, what? Adam wasn't talking. Josh didn't have it. John. Okay.
Do you do that
Took me
when
a
I
second.
talk too?
No, I know yours pretty
Oh.
well.
Yo, Adam. Hey, my name's Jake.
Doing
man.
it. You're doing it. What did I
We
say?
got 3 J's
You call
here,
me Adam
dude.
again.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
No, I think he was talking to himself, weren't you?
You
Did I?
pointed at me and said Adam.
Did I really?
Yeah.
Jesus. We have 3
It's
J's.
the third time.
Listen.
Josh,
If you listen
Jake,
to
and
this show
John.
long enough, you know that my memory is not very good. So,
You guys can really call me whatever you want.
but anyway, we met Josh. I will get that one right. We met Josh up at Village Idiot Pub, which is a sponsor of both of our shows. He hosts a really fucking cool game of trivia up there every Wednesday night, right?
That is right. We're there every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. It's usually about a 2-hour show, so from 8 to 10, you'll get to listen to me just ask you trivia questions, play a couple songs in between, and yeah, it's just a pretty great night to be had by all.
We did that one night with you up there, and we had Alyssa, Andrea's daughter, up there with us, and she had the most fun taking the little cards that we were submitting for entries, walking them up to you, and just being involved in that whole event. She fucking loved it.
So yeah, we do. I mean, kids are great cheap labor. So whenever you bring kids, that's just a great way to kind of keep them involved because they don't really care who they don't care who tried to kill Reagan. It's that's not really in their wheelhouse.
Alyssa's 12 and she's into trivia and questions, so she was really into it too. Had her first root beer. Isn't exciting?
She was under the table with all those sarsaparillas. It was pretty out of control.
Sarsaparilla. So was that a foreshadowing on a question up ahead? Should I know?
Not yet. In fact, I went out of my way to avoid a question I'm about to ask you to come up with something else. That was.
I'm going to look up who shot Reagan. I think I remember.
I think it was Hinckley Jr.
Oh.
I don't actually know that off the top of my head, but I feel like that was a trivia question once, like 5 years ago.
Yeah, right.
I'm writing that down.
So
Do it.
Needless.
Cheating. I don't have anything to cheat with.
And that's why I like you.
Needless to say, Game Time Tonight will be sponsored
It's going to be outsourced
by. Yeah, well,
figures.
I mean, how many times have I turned to you and said, "Hey, you got a Game Time tonight?" No, I didn't.
Yeah,
put
sorry,
one
I work
together.
72 hours a week, and I didn't get a chance to. And I don't work from
I don't
home.
like it when mom
And I
and
don't
daddy
work from
fight.
I don't work from home like you do.
All right. So we're going to take a break in studio. However, when we come back, Jake. See, do you like that? I got it right. I made sure I got it right that time.
You looked me dead in the eye with purpose.
You should have came with khakis on.
I want Jake from State Farm.
The third room on the